Do you guys know what time it is? I'll tell you. Oh.
It's prime time.
It's prime time. How are you guys? Duel time. Man, you know what? That actually reminds me, I have never seen Home Improvement like all the way through. What's it on right now? Is it streaming? We've got Rumi and Michael, Jordachi. How are you guys? I hope you guys are staying warm wherever you are. It is so cold here in Texas. Is it that cold in Houston, Rumi? Because it is so cold. What is the temperature? It's 34 degrees. So it's bad situation. It's 34 degrees, but it feels like 23. Wow. Hey, it's Alex. Math tests all day. Well, I appreciate you dropping in anyway, my friend. And I'm munching on goldfish crackers because I haven't eaten anything. So, sorry. And I changed the colors of my chat. You see this? I also switched around my camera because I was tired of everything being opposite. 2010. No, it's 311. That was awesome. It's 61 there? Oh, man. Andrew had to cancel. Well, that's why I had to move my stream to today, because today's weather is so bad. He was like, I can't take anybody out. The wind is too bad. You know, I'm gonna have to investigate 311? 311? Isn't there a band named 311? I swear. So, drops to 39 tonight and stay that way all weekend. Yeah, I think Andrew's actually going to have to end up canceling his trip tomorrow morning because it's supposed to, like, get below freezing tonight and we've got rain. So the roads are all going to be dangerous. I'll tell you what. Every time we feel like he's going to be really, really I just read the word banned. He's going to be really, really busy. Something happens with the weather. It's spring. Spring break starts this weekend. And it's 30, it feels like freaking 23 degrees here. It is terrible. Do you guys like these new colors or do you like them just to be purple? I thought I would change it up a little bit, but, or you guys may not even care. I don't know. Maybe that's me. 311. Is that how you pronounce the band's name? 311. It's not 311. Band Andrew. You like the purple, but you have no preference. I kind of like the purple too, because these colors, like purple fits my theme, but I wanted to kind of change it up a little bit, but I kind of like the purple. That's okay. We can deal with it tonight. It's fine. Yeah, I wish I could do that. Have like different shades of purple instead, but they don't have that option. You just get to pick one color or have random colors. Per Susie's request, I will ban Andrew the next time he's here. He's out with the bubs right now. He's out with baby girl. And he's actually, Charlotte gets out of school early today. She gets out at 1:30. So he'll be going to get her in, I don't know, about an hour. And I was like, put everybody in the car and just sit at the bus stop because, woo, child. Ban Andrew. He's not allowed. Well, actually, right before I started streaming, he was like, oh, you're almost starting. And he ran in here and grabbed his calendar and then ran out. Poor guy. Even on the days that he doesn't work, he still works. I mean, his work never ends. There's never a day he can sit and say, you know what? I'm not going to do anything today. I'm just going to help out around the house, or I'm going to do this or this. There's always a phone call to answer, text message to answer, email to answer. And that's between both his like bishoping and his work. And I just feel for him, because for me, like over the last couple days, if I want to be like, you know what? I don't want to clean this kitchen right now. I'm just going to work on my styrofoam project, or I'm just going to play Horizon Forbidden West. Which, by the way, I came across the coolest machine in my playing last night. Oh, it was so good. Wow. It was fantastic. It was so great. And I actually thought about doing a side quest Horizon Forbidden West today stream, but we're so close to the end of Donkey Kong, and I thought, no, it's okay. Donkey Kong's like a party game, and I don't want anybody to feel like they can't tune in because they don't want spoilers, even if it's just side quests. You know, you're seeing machines that you haven't seen before and stuff. So, but last night was pretty awesome, and I was really bummed I actually ran into that when Charlotte was already in bed, because it would have been a really great moment for us to share together, but whatever. I have to say, and this is just me, you guys know me, I'm slightly disappointed in the sequel because there's a lot of bad language. There was none in the first game. And, okay, I say a lot compared to my standards. I guess there isn't quite as much as there was in like Final Fantasy VII Remake. But that means I can't play it with Charlotte around. And it's kind of just surprising to me because here we are in this primitive world. And they would have curse words, but they wouldn't be the same as ours. Would they? I don't know. It just bummed me out because I just thought, I just don't get it. I just don't understand why you have to add it at all, but whatever. That's my personal opinion. But I do have to be careful when Charlotte tunes in because not that she knows what the words are, but I don't want her to hear them and then repeat them not knowing, because that's usually how it happens, right? Anyway. Hey, it's Endymion! It's just popping in before you go dance the night away. Just dance. Dance the night away. I'm so jealous. That sounds like so much fun. Dancing and juggling. Who knew? I think that's fantastic. He said in the Discord what the dance was called, and I can't pronounce it, but it's like foxtrot type stuff. Makes me so happy. That sounds like so much fun. That sounds like a blast. But yeah, I apologize, I'm snacking. I haven't eaten anything since like 7 o'clock this morning, and I don't know, Andrew and I were busy doing things, and then I was messing around with some things. There's always something to mess around with as far as my stream stuff goes, channel points, whatever. So I am always taking the opportunity if Andrew is home and he can sit with baby girl for a minute, I come in here and try and, I don't know, maneuver things. But Endymion, dance for all of us. You just dance. We're the dancers. Let's dance. Let's just dance. Let's dance. Oh, I also did this. For sure. That is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever said. That's not actually the exact quote of when I said it first. I actually clipped each moment I said it. Like I screen recorded it or like audio recorded it and then put it in my iMovie or whatever I use to make like my clips or whatever, sound effects, whatever. And so there were like 4 of them that went to the same, that went after one another. So it was like, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. And I was just sitting by myself on the couch, just cracking up. And I thought, I am a crazy person. Just dance. Honestly, I have a fascination with dancers. You have to make a Just Dance. Okay, I'll write that down. They're so easy to make, seriously. Let me put a stream marker there so I can actually find it, because that is the biggest problem. Is going through and being like, I know I said that somewhere around this part of the level or whatever. Just dance. Just dance. We're the dancers. I have this kind of slight fascination / obsession with professional dance companies, and the whole quote, all of it, starting from where? Just dance? Just dance. Just dance. Does it need to be a visual? Or just needs to be some sort of visual? Oh man. I regret. But there are all these professional dance companies that post their videos on YouTube and stuff. And the first one I ever saw was actually on Instagram years ago. It was by a guy named Kyle Hanagami. And he did this really fabulous choreography to Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. And I loved it so much that I actually learned it. But I'm not a dancer. So what I thought, when I thought I looked awesome, I recorded myself and I looked really sloppy. I'm not a dancer, whatever. But I did teach it to myself. I YouTubed, like, I did the video and like mirrored it and put a mirror up behind me, like the whole 9 yards. And I learned how to do it. It's been a long time since I've performed it, so I don't remember all of it, but visual, okay. I will go back and watch that. It's all thanks to Endymion. But that dance studio, and I think right now it's sitting at 239 million views. That particular video by Kyle Hanagami. His choreography is wonderful. And it's at some dance studio. And so, of course, Instagram was like, oh, you like dance videos? Well, here's a whole bunch of dance videos. So I was watching dance videos after dance videos, and I got really jealous because I would love to be a dancer, but I quit dancing when I was younger because of the dance moms, and the girls were mean and the moms were mean, and it was too political, and I didn't enjoy it anymore. But I did dance for a while when I was a kid. I did dance and I did gymnastics, and I quit both of them for the same reasons. The politics were just out of control. The moms were really intense. They were all Karens, you know, trying to get their daughter in over all this, you know, bribery was going on, all sorts of stuff. And so I quit both of them, and I regret it all the time. I quit piano, I quit gymnastics, and I quit dance, and I regret all three of those almost every single day of my life. And that may sound like an exaggeration, but it's true. I really wish I would have kept up, maybe not all of them, but I wish I would have kept up at least one of them. Yes, a bunch of Karens. Ugh. And I knew my mom was sick of it, and like I knew it was hard, but so I'm kind of weirdly obsessed with these dance, because really, if you think about it, watching anybody who is just extremely good at their trade is really satisfying, and it's really amazing to watch anyone that is good at anything, really. And so when it comes to dance, I have such a fascination with watching these people nail this unbelievable choreography, which to me just looks like insanity. And so I watch these videos on YouTube of Kyle Hanagami or, other dance studios or whatever. And then I've come across these videos that are great. They're from a channel called Steezy, I think, Steezy, something to do with dance. I'm not exactly sure what Steezy is, but they basically take one song and they give it to 3 choreographers / choreographer couples, and then they go, okay, you choreograph it in the way you want to choreograph it, and then they have each choreographer watch the other's choreography. So it's like a reaction video within a dance video. So in the screen, there's like the dancing going on, and then in like on the side, you can see the reactions of the other choreographers watching their co-choreographer or whatever. And everybody has a different style, and they all seem like they're having a really good time in the studio, and they're laughing and cracking jokes with each other, and it's just wholesome. It's really, really wholesome. And it's mesmerizing because these people are so talented, and all of them have different ways of choreographing the same song. It's fascinating. So that's been my newest addiction. No longer house in 10 minutes. I watch these dance videos and I think to myself, I could probably learn that someday if I had time. Who's got time to learn a super hard dance? Who am I kidding? No. I mean, I learned the Ed Sheeran one, and that was hard. That was really hard. I still can't quite get the timing down at the beginning, but I knew it well enough to like legitimately perform it in front of my phone and record it and then watch it and go, ooh, that is not ideal. But I was really proud of myself. I actually learned it. His choreography is not easy, but I certainly haven't been a dancer for like, I was certainly a dancer long enough. It's been long enough that I don't remember any of it at all. And I'm really jealous of dancers because I really wish I would have kept it up. I wish I would have either kept that up or kept gymnastics up. I was good at both of them, and I just wasn't willing to deal with all the drama. Ain't that just the way? You know how it goes. Maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't know how many of you guys took dance. Community, I don't even have the video anymore. I deleted it a long time ago. But in my house now, I have a much bigger space. So if like my family room back at my old apartment was heckin' tiny. So if I really wanted to practice a dance or like learn it or kind of re-hone my skills with the Ed Sheeran dance, I have a lot more space to do it now. So maybe I will. Community challenge, re-record the video. I don't have to think about that. It's funny watching Japanese concerts because the audience always dances along with the artists. Really? You mean like pop concerts? First, when I heard concert, I was thinking like a symphony. And I was thinking, who is dancing at a symphony? Yeah! I love Bach! I love Liszt! Tchaikovsky! Yeah! No, you mean like legitimate concert. Okay. Got it. They don't do that in America? I thought they did. I mean, I thought that's the point of going to like a rock concert. I've been to 2 rock concerts in my life. I saw Britney Spears live and I saw the Backstreet Boys live. But I mean, isn't that the point of going to a rock concert, is jamming out? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe people are just clapping. Usually offbeat. Most of the time. Who have I heard is really good in concert? I've heard Katy Perry is really good in concert. I've heard Lady Gaga is fabulous in concert. I've heard they don't try to mimic the choreography here. Oh, they're just dancing like themselves. They're just dancing out in the audience. I feel like that's what... Okay, so we have a date tonight with C Prime because the new Pixar movie about the red panda turning red is out on Disney Plus today. And this resonates with me because when I was that age, I think they're in middle school. When I was that age, I was really into NSYNC. And so there's this boy band, I think they call them Four Town. And I remember feeling that way. I remember just feeling that insane buzz whenever I heard their songs or whenever I saw their faces. And I never got to go to an NSYNC concert. When they came to Salt Lake City, I wasn't able to go. And I remember I cried myself to sleep. I was so sad. I did see Backstreet Boys, but Backstreet Boys was just the backup. I wanted to see NSYNC. Justin Timberlake and his ramen noodle hair. Never got to see them live, but I was obsessed. And so, you know, that resonates with me because I remember being that way. I remember just the intense passion. Now, I will say, I never quite understood the hysteria that comes with that type of obsession. I remember reading an article about this. Some journalist was eating at an In-N-Out burger or something, and she saw somebody who looked what she thought like Justin Bieber. And he was sitting by himself, but he was by himself, but he had a bodyguard with him, like a bigger guy. And she had like a niece that lived in the area that was totally a Bieber fan. And so she called her and she said, okay, don't make a scene, okay? But I need you to come down here and tell me if this is Justin Bieber. And of course, her niece like hauled down there, and it totally was. It was Justin Bieber. And at this point, more and more people were realizing it was Justin Bieber, and there was sort of a kind of a crowd slightly gathering around him. And he realized the jig was up, or the gig was up, whatever it is. And he kind of stopped eating, and he took a couple pictures with some fans and whatnot, and then he left his half-finished food, like he left. And the girls just went bananas. They were crying, and her niece grabbed his cup and was holding onto it, sobbing, going, oh my gosh, I have Justin Bieber's cup. She was crying, like fully crying. And the journalist was like, what is this? Why do we experience this absolute hysteria when it comes to these famous boys? I don't understand, because you see it as far back as, you know, you see it with Elvis, you saw it with the Beatles, saw it with New Kids on the Block. You see it, you know, moving all, you know, one direction. You move, I'm missing a bunch, but you know, you move forward, and there are always going to be boy bands that come through, and you get the same thing. Boy band / boy male singers, Shawn Mendes, you know, Charlie Puth, Justin Bieber. You get all these like single, and it's not quite the same with actors. It only seems to be musicians, because it happens at these rock concerts. And I have seen footage of ladies like passing clean out and being taken out on stretchers. What is that? Why does that happen? Why do we do that as women? It doesn't make any sense, because I don't think that happens at like female run concerts. I don't think girls are like passing out at Lady Gaga. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I've also heard Taylor Swift is good in concert. But I've only seen Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears, and we actually walked out on Britney Spears because it was kind of boring, to be honest. I didn't really want to be there. I went because I thought being there would be fun. And it kind of wasn't. I was surrounded by a bunch of little 12-year-olds, and they were trying to hold posters up so I couldn't see the stage. It was just obnoxious. So, my mom went with me, and we were hoping we would have a really good time. And she looked at me about halfway through, maybe not even halfway, and she goes, "You're not having very much fun, are you?" And I was like, "No, this isn't what I thought it was going to be." And I wasn't a huge Britney fan anyway, but I thought a rock concert's a rock concert, like the energy. And I knew a lot of her songs, and it was the queen of pop down there. She was like 40 minutes late on stage. That was obnoxious. Britney didn't even want to be there. Probably not. And we were surrounded by all these little teeny boppers, and they were trying to hold up posters, and I couldn't see Britney, and we were so far up. And some lady kept coming by and going, "You guys can't hold posters. You can't hold posters that high." And the Karen mom was giving her like stink eyes and giving us stink eyes. And I was like, well, we paid for tickets just like you, lady. So finally my mom goes, she kind of looks around. "Do you want to just go?" And I said, "Go? You paid how much money for these tickets?" And she kind of shrugged. She was like, "I say we just go. Let's just walk out." So we did. We left together, and we walked down the halls of this big center in Salt Lake City. They call it the Delta Center. We walked down the halls alone. There wasn't a soul while the queen of pop sang her heart out in the big arena next to us. And we left, and we went to dinner somewhere. And actually, I have better memories of that because, I don't know, there was something kind of euphoric about being like, yeah, Britney didn't do it for us. We were kind of like, it was okay. And this was at like the peak of her popularity too, but she just didn't do it for me. I don't know. I wasn't a huge Britney fan. I know a few of her songs, and I will admit her songs are really fun to sing, but not because they're pretty songs, but because they're just catchy, you know? Anyway, I'm sure Britney probably didn't want to be there. She was a busy, busy girl, and I think she probably was like, yeah, I could totally sit this one out. Utah? Salt Lake City? What? Okay. I'm going to read the last chapter of my novel. We made it. And to everybody who stuck around and has listened to the whole thing, props to you guys. We've made it. We're at the end. The end. I think it's 7-8. Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm thinking of my hotkeys. It is the end. Just like the end of my freedom. Spring break this week. Ugh. I don't know what I'm going to do with Charlotte, but we'll come up with something. I don't know. She's just going to want to do... You know what? I want to teach her how to ride a bike and tie her shoes. Come to think of it. Oh, I was going to say, how am I going to do my streams? But Andrew's still taking Thursday off, so that's okay. All right. Last chapter. Chapter 20. Sandon jumped at the sound of glass shattering. He sat up, reaching instinctively for his gun, but stopped when he realized what made the sound. The remains of his own glass lay broken at his feet, and amber liquid seeped slowly across the floor. Sandon got to his feet, carefully avoiding the shards of glass, and rubbed angrily at his eyes. He should try and go back to bed. Third time was the charm, wasn't it? He needed sleep. He was desperate for it. And yet... Sandon's small robotic housekeeper, which sat silently in the corner of the room, suddenly came to life. It surveyed the room, searching for the broken glass, and Sandon stepped aside as it began to siphon the alcohol from the floor. Sandon had never seen Scarlett as livid as she was tonight, and it took him at least an hour to calm her down. "If you don't find that girl within the next 24 hours, she'd warned, putting both hands on him and shoving him away from her, "you're going to lose more than your job. Do you understand me? 24 hours! Sandin snorted. He decided against mentioning that if she hadn't stormed into the warehouse, he might have made more progress with Finn. Now, they had nothing to use as leverage against him, and he certainly wasn't going to tell them anything after what she'd done. Finn. Sandin clenched his fists as the robot swept away the remains of the glass. That lying, arrogant brat. The thought that he could possibly lose his job because of such a pathetic boy suddenly filled him with rage. He lifted the robot and sent it flying across the room. Hadn't he worked endlessly for Scarlet? Hadn't he proved his loyalty to her, to this city? He'd had no way of knowing the girl would be capable of destroying a splinter. The injustice of it all. Sandin sat down on the couch, his head in his hands. He'd find the girl. Of course he would. And in the meantime, every single security officer at Skytown would lose their job for allowing her to get over that wall. Sandin would see to that himself. He glanced at the clock. Was it too late to call, what was her name? Victoria? Or perhaps that other girl from the bar a few nights ago? Sandin groaned, reaching up to massage the back of his neck, but jumped to his feet when he heard a loud knock on his door. "Sandin!" called a voice. "Sandin, I need to talk to you." Sandin grabbed his gun, gripping it tightly in both hands. "Sandin!" The knocking became a heavy pounding, and Sandin lowered the gun. He recognized that voice, and when he checked the security monitor, he saw Finn Covington standing at his front door. "Sandin, I'm ready to talk." Sandin smiled as the boy's voice broke over the monitor, tucking the gun into his waistband at the small of his back. He'd been wrong about Scarlet's method. She had broken the boy. Finn looked terrible when Sandin finally opened the door. His face was dirty, his hair tangled and disheveled, and he glared at Sandin as he stepped over the threshold into the front room. Sandin said with a small smile. "It looks like you chose the right side after all, doesn't it?" Finn didn't answer. "You have no one to blame for any of this but yourself," Sandin said. "You made some poor choices, but you seem to have come to your senses. Scarlet will be pleased." Still, Finn said nothing. He looked completely out of place in Sandin's pristine apartment, tracking dirty footprints on the floor, and Sandin found himself wishing he hadn't damaged his housekeeper. "I'm truly sorry things proceeded the way they did, Finn," he said after a moment's silence. "But you must understand that Scarlet did what she believed she needed to do. This city has been threatened, and that threat must be eliminated." "Scarlet doesn't care about anyone in this city," Finn said scathingly. He was shaking, and he pointed a finger at Sandin, "including you. The only person she cares about is herself." He narrowed his eyes at Sandin, taking a small step toward him. "And you're no different," he said. "You two really do belong together. A perfect match." Sandin hesitated. "I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about," he said, blinking in surprise. This was unexpected. "I saw you in our kitchen the night the girl arrived," Finn said. "Don't try to lie to me. I know about the two of you." Sandin opened his mouth to speak, then closed it again. Wretched boy. Did Scarlet know this? "Luckily for you," Finn continued, "I don't really care what you and Scarlet do with each other. I won't say my dad deserves to be treated like that, but this isn't the first time he's ignored things right under his nose." Sandin smirked at Finn, then gestured to the kitchen table. "I believe you came here to give me some information," he said. "What I do with my personal life is no business of..." Wham! With surprising force, Finn's fist slammed into Sandin, knocking him backward into the counter. Sandin reached frantically for his gun, but Finn's body collided with him, and the two of them crashed to the floor. Sandin let out a scream of rage as Finn pinned his arms behind him, and he bucked his body until cuffs clicked on his wrists. He tried to twist away, but Finn pressed his knees into Sandin's back before shoving his face into the kitchen floor. "You traitor!" screamed Sandin as the gun was ripped from his waistband. "You filthy..." "Don't move," said a voice from the doorway. Sandin froze, his eyes widening in surprise. A figure appeared out of the corner of his eye, and something metal shone in its hands. He craned his neck, struggling against his cuffs. A girl stood in his doorway. She had short, messy brown hair with a deep cut along one cheek, and her jeans were torn and bloody. She had the strangest eyes Sandin had ever seen, and she glared down at him as she stepped farther into the room. It was the girl from Wiseman Henry's, the girl who'd gotten away and destroyed his splinter. The girl who now aimed a gun directly at Sandin's chest. "Sit him up," she said with a jerk of her head, and Finn pulled Sandin into a sitting position. His breath came in sharp bursts, and Sandin began to laugh. "Some hero you are," he said, shooting Finn a contemptuous look. "What kind of man lets the girl do his dirty work for him? You leave her at the park to deal with the splinter alone?" A loud bang made Sandin jump, ducking as the gunshot echoed through the kitchen. "Keep running your mouth off like that," the girl said, "and we'll see how long it takes you to bleed out on your kitchen floor." Sandin opened his eyes. A perfect bullet hole had appeared in his kitchen floor, a mere half-inch away from his knee. He swallowed. The girl had quite the aim. Finn, too, looked surprised, and Sandin wondered whether he was impressed or terrified. "My apologies," he said. The girl wrinkled her nose. "The station," she barked. "How do we get inside?" Sandin stared at her. "The station?" he asked. "Only a select few are programmed into the retina scanner. Scarlet, myself, and my men can get inside." "Cameras?" the girl asked. "About a dozen," Sandin answered. 4 outside the station and 8 inside." "How long do we have?" the girl asked. "When they see us?" Sandin chuckled. "Was this your idea, Finn?" he asked as Finn scowled at him. "How long?" the girl asked, taking a step toward Sandin. Her hands on the gun were completely still. "Hey, it's Kato!" Yeah, this is the last chapter of my novel. It'll be done in like 10 minutes. "My troop of elites takes a minimum of 8 minutes to reach the station," Sandin said, frowning. He did not mention the splinters that waited by the doors. "And they will kill you on sight." "That's plenty of time," the girl said, glancing at Finn, and Sandin noticed her expression soften. How tender, he thought irritably. "I'm going home tonight, Sandin," the girl said, her strange eyes narrowing. "And you're going to help me do it. I want you to listen carefully to me." She took another step toward him. "Scarlet has been lying to you and this entire city for years. The surface is safe, inhabited, and thriving. The vaccine worked all those years ago, and millions of people continue to live down there while your president has turned this city into nothing but a prison." "She's lying, Finn," Sandin spat, flexing his wrists painfully against the cuffs. "Look at her eyes! She's infected, and she's gonna kill us all! You've doomed this city! Thousands of people will die because of you!" The girl gritted her teeth, then nodded at Finn. He got to his feet, then hauled Sandin up by the arm. One of Sandin's bare feet touched the hole the girl made in his floor, and he shuddered. "One last thing," the girl said, as Finn snatched Sandin's phone from the kitchen counter. "I've already dealt with one splinter tonight. Call them off." Sandin glowered at her, his wrists twisting in his cuffs. "Even so," he said, as Finn shoved him forward. "You won't get out alive." The girl aimed the gun at Sandin's head, smiling. "We'll see," she said. "That call was convincing," Amelia said, examining the gun closely in her hands as Finn's car came to a stop. She turned in her seat, smiling at Sandin where he sat behind her. "You're a good liar." Sandin said nothing as Finn pulled him from the back seat. "This is insane," Finn muttered as the three of them moved down the dark street toward the station doors. 8 minutes isn't very long." "It'll be long enough," Amelia said, smiling nervously, but inside, she felt like she might pass out. Finn was right, but what else were they supposed to do? And she decided that anything was better than facing another splinter. "Stop," Sandin said suddenly. "This is the closest you can get before the cameras will see you." Amelia scanned the street. Where are they? She asked. Oh, you can't see them, Sandin said with a smirk. I apologize if I didn't mention that earlier. You never asked. Finn growled at Sandin, but Amelia put a hand on his arm. It's all right, she said, swallowing hard. She prayed those repair bots had done their job. We'll just have to run. Amelia, he warned, but she shook her head. As long as there aren't any splinters, she said, but she couldn't finish. Where is the scanner? She asked, prodding Sandin in the back with the barrel of the gun, but it was Finn who pointed. There, he said, on the doors. Amelia took a deep breath, and Finn nodded when she touched his arm. They could do this. They had to. The three of them rushed forward. As Finn pressed Sandin to the scanner, shoving his face up to a small screen much harder than was necessary, Amelia's heartbeat pounded in her ears. She expected sirens, lights, and splinters to come hurtling toward them from every direction. She held the gun on Sandin, but her eyes darted around the dark street. Come on, Finn said, after the scanner's light blinked green. Let's go. Amelia breathed a small sigh of relief, pressing the gun into Sandin's back as they entered the station. It was freezing inside, just like the night she'd come. Her breath rose in small puffs each time she exhaled, and she shuddered as memories of her arrival washed over her. Amelia! Finn hissed, jerking Sandin to a halt and staring across the room. There's someone in here! Amelia's heart skipped a beat. What? She asked. Finn nodded toward the far wall of the station, and Amelia aimed the gun into the darkness. She took a few steps away from Sandin, breathing hard. They didn't have time for this. No, she said, lowering the gun. She squinted at the broken mirror that frightened her so badly the night she'd come. It's our reflection. There's a broken mirror on the wall. A sharp yell caused Amelia to turn, raising the gun at the two struggling shapes before her. Her hands shook from the cold, and before she could fire, something hit her across the face. She spun stupidly on the spot, the gun flying from her hands. It landed with a dull thud on the floor, out of her reach, and she fell to the ground as tiny lights popped in front of her eyes. Groaning, Amelia rolled over. Her head felt like it might burst, and she barely heard Finn's roar of rage as she tried desperately to stay conscious. A loud crash shook the floor, echoing through the enormous room and forcing Amelia's eyes open. The gun lay a mere 5 feet from her in the semi-darkness, and she dragged herself toward it. A hand closed around her foot, causing her to scream as she was dragged backward along the floor. She thrashed and kicked out as Sandin's arms encircled her neck, then gasped when she felt his cuffs cut painfully into her throat. So close, he whispered, his hot breath ragged in her ear. So close, and yet so far. Amelia struggled silently, her throat burning as she gasped for breath. Do you have any idea what you've cost me? Sandin asked, pulling his cuffs tighter. Scarlet desperately wanted you for herself, but it looks like I get the pleasure. Out of the corner of Amelia's eye, Finn was slumped on the ground beside what remained of a broken table. Her vision began to cloud, and she tried desperately to scream, but there was no air left in her lungs. She reached above her and grabbed Sandin's face, but her arms were too weak, and he began to laugh. He's right, she thought. I was so close. Amelia closed her eyes, allowing her arms to fall limply at her sides. She thought of her family, of Penny. She thought of... A deafening gunshot ripped through the air, and Sandin's grip suddenly slackened. His screams filled the station as he fell on top of Amelia, and his body writhed and twisted in agony. Amelia coughed and spluttered as she dragged herself out from under him, the gunshot still ringing in her ears. When she opened her eyes, the shadowed outline of Finn stood at Sandin's side, and it aimed the gun directly at his head. Sandin moaned in pain on the floor, his hands curled around a bloody knee. I'll kill you, Finn snarled, jabbing the barrel of the gun into Sandin's hair. I'll kill you! After everything I lost! No, Amelia gasped. She coughed and choked, breathing in freezing, life-giving air. You aren't a murderer, Finn. Finn paused, and Amelia could see his chest rise and fall rapidly. Then he lowered the gun. I'm so sorry, he said, crouching down beside Amelia and leaving Sandin writhing on the floor. He moved so fast. Amelia shook her head, the pain from her throat making her eyes water. It's all right, she mumbled. She still felt lightheaded. I need a minute. We don't have a minute, Finn urged. We have to get you out of here, now. Shakily, he helped Amelia stand, and she swayed dangerously on the spot for a moment before he pulled her toward the stairs. Nice shot, she muttered hoarsely as Sandin's moans faded behind them. Finn snorted. I meant to kill him, he said, and he pushed the gun back into her hands. It's too cold in here. I couldn't aim right, and I thought you were... Amelia clung to him as he helped her up the stairs. Her head pounded horribly, and she could still see stars. Oh, there's going to be an ad in 1 minute. I'm going to snooze that. I forgot to do that. Dang it. She could still see stars. Forget it, cried Finn when she slipped on a step and sent the gun sailing over the banister. It disappeared into the darkness, clattering softly on the ground below them. There's no time! Amelia nodded as he pulled her up the stairs, her heart thundering in her chest. How much time did they have left before the elites showed up? Hurry, Finn said as they skidded to a halt in front of the docking bay. He turned to Amelia, gesturing wildly. Go! Get out of here! Gasping, Amelia stared at the docking bay door. She took a step toward it, then turned her gaze back to Finn. He was silhouetted against the light of the city, his face half covered in shadow, and she suddenly realized she had no idea what to say. Finn, she began, but he shook his head frantically. We don't have time for long goodbyes, he panted. You have to get out of here, now! But, Amelia protested. She knew he was right. If she didn't leave, the elites would kill her. But how could she leave him after everything he'd done for her? He deserved better than this. He deserved happiness. You saved my life, she said, still catching her breath. You lost everything because of me. Tears sprang to her eyes, and she blinked them away furiously. She was shivering, and her head throbbed where Sandin hit her. Come with me, she said suddenly, grabbing Finn's arm. To the surface. Come with me. What? Finn asked, alarmed. I can't. Why not? Amelia demanded. Come with me, and we'll find a way to take Scarlet down together. He stiffened, looking hesitantly at the docking bay behind her. But I don't, he began. I haven't. Movement out of the corner of Amelia's eye made her gasp. She couldn't see if Sandin was where they'd left him near the doors, but a faint glint of light on metal told her something was very wrong. Get down, she screamed, but her words were drowned out by the deafening sound of shattering glass around them. She crashed to the floor, pulling Finn down with her. Amelia's scream reverberated in Finn's ears, and he covered his head with his hands. Shards of glass flew everywhere, slicing through his skin in dozens of places as he curled himself into a small ball. Raising his head an inch or so off the ground, he heard Sandin scream curses beneath them. He crawled to the walkway's edge, glass crunching painfully under his hands, and peered over the shattered banister. Sandin's outline was almost directly below them, and the gun glinted in his hand. Finn? Amelia's voice behind him sounded small and feeble. Finn? Finn turned, seeing her pale face in the moonlight, and felt his insides turn to ice. A dark stain was spreading over her shoulder, and her eyes were glassy. Amelia! He gasped, crawling over to her. No! Amelia! She reached a shaking hand up to her shoulder and touched the stain, her eyes wide and terrified. She looked back at Finn. When she looked back at Finn, they were brimming with tears. Listen to me, Finn said, pulling his shirt over his head. He balled it up in trembling hands, then pressed it to the bullet wound. Listen to me. You're gonna be fine, all right? You're gonna be... A yell sounded from below, and when Finn turned, he saw lights flashing outside the station doors. Sandin's shouts echoed off the walls around them in the darkness. It sounded as though there were hundreds of him. Amelia, Finn said. Her eyes were closed, but they fluttered open again. He looked frantically around him. He had to get her out of here. I'm gonna pick you up, all right? Amelia closed her eyes again, her face set in a grimace, and Finn felt tears in his own eyes as he pulled her to him. Her cry when he lifted her was unbearable, and he carried her clumsily into the docking bay. If Sandin saw them. Amelia's breath was ragged and unsteady as Finn laid her on the cold floor of the sea yacht. He dashed to the navigation unit, willing himself to stay calm as he searched for the ignition. The sea yacht rumbled to life, its lights flickering before blazing on around him. With fumbling fingers, he scrolled through the navigation screen until the docking bay door dilated open, revealing only sky beyond it. The sky. The real night sky. It was velvety black and peppered with stars, and Finn thought fleetingly of how much he'd longed for this since Amelia showed up. How many times had he dreamed of leaving this city, of leaving his life behind? Not like this, he thought, as the sea yacht moved swiftly from its dock. Never like this. Finn moved back toward Amelia, dropping to his knees at her side. His own crumpled shirt lay beside her, the blood that stained it a shocking scarlet. A thick band of deep purple ran across her pale throat, marking the place Sandin tried to choke the life from her. "Amelia," Finn said, relieved to see her eyes open, though they were slightly out of focus. He pressed the shirt to her wound once more, cringing when she cried out in pain. "Just stay with me, please." She began to move her mouth, speaking so quietly Finn couldn't understand her. He leaned closer, hearing her whisper, "You leave?" "No," he said, choking back a sob. "Never! I'm gonna stay right here." Tears streamed into Amelia's hair. She was shivering. "I'm not going anywhere," Finn said. He wished he had a blanket, anything to keep her warm. "I'm coming with you. I'm gonna stay right here." Amelia nodded slowly, then reached a shaking hand up and grabbed one of his own bloodied hands. She winced as she gave it a weak squeeze, then closed her eyes. Finn made a frantic swipe at his own eyes. Oh, there's going to be an ad in just a second. Trying desperately to keep his vision clear. This was all his fault. This whole horrific night was all his fault, and he'd never forgive himself for it. "I got us out," he said. His voice was too loud, but he couldn't stand the silence. "I got us out of there, and once we reach the surface, we'll get you medical help. You'll be just fine, all right? I promise." Amelia's hand went limp, dropping to the floor of the sea yacht, and Finn choked back another sob. "I promise you," he whispered, staring down at the pale face of the girl who changed his life. "You're going home." The end. Dun, dun, dun. And it happened right when there was an ad. I should have run it before I started reading. Dang it. I don't know how many of you see ads and how many of you don't, so. Boo! I need to make myself a note. Well, I guess we're done reading now, but I should have made myself a note. Note to self. Always run ads before you start reading. Was there anybody who missed that last paragraph and wants to hear it again? I will read it again. Or you can just watch the VOD later. I apologize. I should have run an ad before I even started reading. It just slips my mind and I forget. But there you have it. Oh, did you watch an ad, Michael? I thought you were subscribed and you didn't watch an ad. I thought you didn't see ads. I'll have to read that last bit again. When did it stop? When did the ad start? What was happening? Oh, I thought you didn't read ads. Or I thought you didn't see them. Just me? You'll catch the VOD later? Okay, well. I mean, seriously, it happened like on the last page. I'm so annoyed. I should have run that ad before I even started reading. I just completely forgot. Sometimes I would remember before a chapter and sometimes I wouldn't. Anyway, where did it stop? Like, where did the ad start? What was happening? Because if it's only like 2 paragraphs. Anyway. If you want to, you can catch up on the VOD later. But that's it. That's my That's my brainchild. And I have so many ideas, and I have like almost the entire sequel all planned out in my head. It keeps getting better. Like, it keeps growing, and that's your brainchild? Your two other children will be offended. Yeah, this one's my brainchild. And I just cannot bring myself, I can't get it down on paper. I have it plays out almost like a movie in my head, but when I sit down to actually write it, I have the hardest time putting it together. And then, of course, I just don't have a lot of time. Streaming is something I can start and stop. Writing is something that you start and then it sucks for a little while and you got to like warm up and then you got to like keep going and then it starts to get better and then it gets better. And then after you've been kind of writing kind of garbage for about a half hour to 45 minutes, that's when it gets good. And that's when you need 3 or 4 hours to just sit and write. But I don't have that. Not unless I just didn't sleep. That's not gonna happen. Cannot happen. Will not happen. I'm so mad, Michael. I'm so mad. Seriously, I don't know when it cut out. I kept looking at the clock and I was like, surely I'll be done by then. No. I literally needed 2 extra minutes. Ugh. How anticlimactic. That's obnoxious. Boo! I'm proud of my story, but even reading through it now, I see like some typos and things I have to fix, and I've actually seen a couple, oh, did she turn off? Oh, no, she didn't. Okay. I actually came across quite a few things where I was like, oh, I should rewrite that. And then I thought, no, first of all, you can't go down that road again right now. Second of all, I've already recorded the audiobook, so it's not like I can change up that much. I mean, I might be able to just fix like a word here or a word there or whatever. I've actually listened to an audiobook while I was reading it, and there were changes between the manuscript and the audio version. Little changes though, really little changes. Words like at or of or there or whatever. I mean, that just happens. But I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because I won't be able to pull myself out of it. It'll never be good enough. So I just had to move on and just be like, you know what? Seriously, Michael, if you want me to read it again, I will. Or if you want to just catch up on the VOD. I am so mad that I completely botched that. I completely botched the ending of that. I should have run an ad. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Boo. Did somebody just type something in chat that I just missed? I thought I heard I'll have to dip out in like 2 minutes, so no worries. Okay, well, catch up on the VOD. Let me know what you think. What am I trying to turn off here? I'm trying to turn off my music so I don't have... Oh, and I have to change my stream info. Right. Okay. What am I playing? Donkey Kong. Have you guys checked out the Mario sales? I have not checked all of them out. Whoops, that is not what I meant. I've seen some of them. I still haven't bought Rabbids because I don't know. I have too many games already. Hi, Darth. How are you? Yep, there's my book. There she blows. That's my book. It's a young adult science fiction, fun stuff. Fun stuff like that. I tried really hard to make it be like for everybody and not just for young adults. Kind of sad. Oh no. Why are you kind of sad? Here's like, this is the legit. See, there's the ship up there. The situation around you, well, there are definitely some bad situations going on these days. I'll tell you what. Oh, we all got COVID. Cue COVID. I have that as a chat command, actually, that I cannot type at the moment. We all came down with COVID, and let me tell you, we actually had a really different situation with COVID.
We all got COVID, yo.
There you go. We had more like, what is happening? I see that down there. We got a different kind of type, kind of. Ours was all stomach issues. My baby actually got it first. She couldn't keep anything down for days. She made me so scared. I was just worried she was going to be dehydrated. She wasn't. Praise Kalulu. But we all got it. And you know what? My 7-year-old was just like, she threw up a couple times and then she was like totally fine. Actually, if anything, she was like super, she was like on crazy. She had so much energy. It was insane. Wait, you are, oh, what? I don't even understand how to do that. You don't know if they'll survive? So they have really, really bad cases then. How? Okay, well, I just totally screwed myself over on that front, so that's cool. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going. Oh, nope. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening in this world. My mom tried to send me an article about something. Like, what's gonna potentially happen with, like, gas prices or whatever. I don't even remember exactly what it was. And I was like, Ma, I can't read this. This stresses me out so much. I can't do this. I can't read this stuff because I already have enough to worry about. I can't. Oh, I see. Oh, that's fancy. I just can't handle reading up on any more craziness. Like, I know there's craziness happening, but it's not that I want to be ignorant about it. I'm fully aware that there's crazy stuff happening. I just can't. I can't think about it all the time, or else I'll never be able to function. Like, it'll completely dominate my brain. That's affecting everybody. You're from Slovakia, so you are neighbors to Ukraine. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say regarding all the stuff that's going on in Ukraine and everything. I don't even know. I don't even have a clue what to say. I'm sorry. That sounds so stupid and trite. At least to me. I mean, I'm sure the sentiment is appreciated, but still, I just feel that was a bad move on my part. It's a scary time. It's a scary time. There's always something. There's always something terrible happening in the world. Maybe I should add a channel to my Discord that's just wholesome content. Kind of like the Reddit made me smile / wholesome gifs or whatever. I think we need more of that in our lives. Oh gosh. What is even happening? Holy moly. Wait, I needed him to get up there. Darnity darn. I need Dixie is what I need. I'll take that too. It's okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. It's a scary time for us to be alive, man. We got a lot of really amazing things in this world, but we've also got a lot of really crappy things. This is, oh, I was gonna say, that is a secret. Oh no, I was too slow. Dang it. Boo. I have to scoot over? I feel like I'm not. There we go. I felt like I wasn't centered on my screen. Oh, okay. 2 years ago, this week was the last normal week. You're right. You are right. That was when that's like when it all went down, right? It was like, cause yeah, I remember here, so I'm in Texas in the US. And I remember, it was like right before spring break. I am really bad at aiming. Why do I even need those nanners? I don't need those nanners. Well, I guess I need to, well, okay. Yeah! Why? Those move so slow and it weirds me out. He is taking his sweet time. I remember because everybody went on spring break and then nobody went back. Nobody went back to school. Spring break was just like, spring break's been extended for a week, for another week, for another week, okay, yeah, nobody's going back to school. We're gonna try virtual school. And then that was just a disaster. Terrible. Okay, who was it last time? I think it was somebody named Tommy that told me that there were some really great levels in this world. If I can make it through them. Dang it! Ha! Oh my gosh. Man, I gotta get in my Donkey Kong Country groove. I am not feeling the groove. This is kind of like writing. The mechanics, I just cannot get a hold of the mechanics. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, that was weirdly lucky, but okay. I'll take it. Okay, I don't need you anymore. Has anybody watched The Dropout on Hulu? Or what about that Pam and Tommy show about Pamela Anderson and Tommy, what's his name? Not Tommy Lee Jones. What's his, oh, I got it. What's his name? Tommy Lee? I think his name is just Tommy Lee. Just Tommy Lee. How is there just a Tommy Lee and also a Tommy Lee Jones? How the, what? I think I know how to do this. Nope. Nope. I do not know how to do this. Dang it. How the heck? Maybe you're supposed to have Dixie? Wow. I don't know how that worked again. Wow. I am really struggling. Sorry, man. Tommy Lee Jones Jr. It's his son. Are you serious? I did not know that. The Tommy Lee that made the adult tape with Pamela Anderson is Tommy Lee Jones' son? Are you serious right now? I did not know that. Well, I just keep seeing ads for it over and over and over again. I don't know if it's any good. I have no idea. Although I feel like they both look almost, I was gonna say, there's like, I can't handle. Huh? Oh, that was so close. I can jump. Dang it. Ah! I was gonna say, there's no way. There's no way. Tommy Lee Jones and Tommy Lee. But that is the person, right? Oh, it bounces. Okay. But I think his name is Tommy Lee. But they look so much like Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson. It's shocking. I think it's almost over. I think the season finale is coming up or something. I've never had any interest in watching it, but I see the ads all the time. And I'm just curious if anybody's actually watched it and if it's actually good. Maybe I should just say sayonara to these letters. Because, wow. I think you need Dixie for that one. Okay, fine. I'll come back when I hopefully have Dixie. Oh, no! What? No! I grabbed! 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 It was a good thumbnail face. It's a good thumbnail. Stream marker. This game brings that out a lot. Like, a lot. This game can make me very angry. Like, I love this game, but man. Okay, that was cool. Doesn't this give me a heart? I think this does give me a heart. Every time? No. What? No! So it's random? Oh, I thought I got a heart from that. Good thing I got another coin. Didn't have enough. Who is the boss of this place? Yes, very much so. Like, who is angry and who came to my neck of the jungle and decided to just freeze everything? I don't even understand who this baddie is. I don't even have chat up. Hold on. Okay. G, we hardly knew ya. We're just gonna come back. Oh, my lands. Oh, man. There might have been a secret, but I don't care. I just beat the level and I'm proud. It's okay. I'll go check it later. Three out of 5 puzzle pieces? I swear there was probably one at the end there, but I was too scared.
I did it! Did you guys see that?
Honestly, that level wasn't even as hard as, like, the level with all the jello. But I'm just fresh on this. When I reached the level with the jello, I'd been, like, playing for a while, so. Seashore War. I have a feeling there are going to be more levels in this island. Goldfish crackers. Coming back here. Nope. No swimming? Or no waves? This is angry little penguins shooting. I'm off phones today, so I don't have to dip. Yay! Oh, awesome. Great. I'm seriously so sorry about that ad in the book, Michael. I feel so bad. This is scary. I'm scared. I was gonna say, yep, nope, that's to fake you out. I knew it. Wow, Donkey Kong defying the laws of physics. Okay, cool. Oh man, can I? Those look like they're made of ice. Can I jump on them? Oh yes, I can. I'm pretty sure in the original Donkey Kong, if you jump on something, it automatically makes you go higher. Check out him and his cool mohawk. So you want to know how cool of a mom I am? Today Charlotte was supposed to wear her favorite singer shirt or her favorite band shirt or something, but we don't have any of those because she refuses to wear jeans or t-shirts. She just wears dresses all the time, and so she really loves Disney's Descendants. It's like all the main Disney princesses / baddies had babies, and then all those kids grow up and become the Descendants, I guess. It's wildly popular. It came out a while ago. We're watching it late, but she's obsessed. She loves the music. It's very teeny bopper, you know, and of course she's 7, but she's going on like 18, so she watches these Descendants, and so I was like, well, what do you want to wear today? And she said, well, you know, I don't have any like band shirts or anything. And I said, well, you know, I could just write Descendants on a piece of tape and just put it on your dress. And she got so excited. She was like, yes. So that's what we did. I sent my child to school wearing, oh, this is bad. Oh no. Oh. I sent my child to school wearing a dress with a piece of duct tape across her front that said Disney's Descendants. This is a good mom moment. Oh, I can do it in the middle. Oh, that would have been nice to know. But she agreed, so I was like, okay, well. She didn't seem like overly concerned about it either. The only thing she really wanted to do was dress up as a Disney princess, which naturally. Why wouldn't she want to dress up as a Disney princess? She has so many Disney dresses, but they're all... Okay, how do I... This way. Get out of town. Go. She has so many Disney dresses, but a lot of them don't fit her anymore, and a lot of them are actually, like, hanging by threads. Somebody's at the door. I wonder why. Oh, it's great aiming. Who is at my door? I ask you. Better not be a salesman. You know them salesmen that come and go, do y'all have bugs protection or whatever? Bug guys. They come and they come and they try and sell you stuff. I actually have a handwritten sign on my door that says oh, that is close. I have a handwritten sign on my door that says, baby sleeping, please do not knock. And it actually works. Because it's handwritten, people think I just put it up. But it's actually been up for like months. Brilliant! Ugh. Cool. I just spent a lot of time and effort getting nanners to get more nanners. Makes sense. I wonder who that was. Oh wow, this is busy. Busy nanners. Ooh. Is it spring break anywhere else? Like, where else is it spring break? It's spring break here this weekend. Or this week. But they were going to get an extra day off on Monday. But then they had to do a bad weather makeup day. Oh gosh, I'm going to miss it. One nanner. So Charlotte was like, so I get a week off and a day, right? I was like, nope, not anymore. You had bad weather, so now you got to go to school on that day. She was disappointed. I actually asked her the other day because she comes home from school and she's starving. I mean, weren't we all, right? When we got home from school. And she's totally starving. But I've asked her before, like, do you eat your lunch when you're at school? Because there are a lot of times where she'll come home from school and her lunch hasn't been touched. I'm like, sweetheart, do you eat when you're, like, do you eat your lunch? Why don't you eat your lunch? Are you just not hungry? Do you not like the lunch I prepare for you? And she tells me, oh, beans. She tells me she doesn't like to eat because she misses me. And I was like, okay. What do you mean by that? And I guess she just gets anxious and she just doesn't really, like, she likes school, but so she like rarely ever eats her lunch. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Because I'm also like, girl, how long have we been in school? Come on now. Oh, that is dangerous. Oh, saved. What do I need? Oh, we're sinking. Oh, man. Everything is sinking. Oh, my bad. What is even happening? Oh, wow. Wow. This is so nuts. And I'm thinking to myself, man, how long have we been in school and we're still struggling with this? Whoops-a-daisy. Where did that even come from? Whoops-a-daisy. But yeah, she apparently still feels anxious and she just doesn't want to eat. And I'm like, okay. But she doesn't ever complain. Like, she doesn't come home and go, I'm so hungry, I didn't eat today or whatever. She never says. She just comes home and she just takes her lunchbox out when she gets home and then just eats her lunch right then. It's the weirdest thing. But then again, I don't know what she's feeling because I had siblings. So I just never... Like, I had an older brother that went to school. And so that's just kind of what I grew up, like, knowing I was going to go to school. And I'm an extrovert anyway. I didn't spend that much time with my mom. So when it came time for me to go to school, I was kind of already used to, like, being... Oh, dang it. Boo. I don't know. So she's excited for spring break. I don't know what we're going to do because gas costs so dang much that I don't want to just drive down to Austin every day. costs as much as going somewhere. That's driving down there is more than our entry fee, or like our tickets or whatever to like whatever we decide to do. My mom did find out that the SpongeBob SquarePants musical is playing in our town. That's kind of adorable. What, the fact that she doesn't eat because she's so nervous to be in school without me? You say adorable, I say worrisome. Because I'm like, girl, we gotta get you comfortable with being at school. And she's fine. She doesn't pitch fits anymore. But she really is just attached. Both she and Auden. Oh my gosh. Auden only wants to be held by me. That's it. She doesn't want to be held by Ander. She doesn't want to be held by anyone. She wants to be held by me constantly. And it is hard. It's really hard. I can't get anything done during the day because she just constantly wants me to just hold her. And while there's part of me that's like, you're a baby and you're not a baby for very long and I really want to hold you, there's also part of me that's like, OMG, I can't get anything done. If I give her food, I usually get something done.
Good news, everyone.
Who subscribed something? Scorpio. Oh, dang it. Ah! Scorpio, I owe you a song. Okay, give me a second. This is really stressful. Ha! Okay. Scorpio. Hope everyone had a great week. Week is good. Okay, this is for you, Scorpio. Okay, ready? Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby. If I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings. Some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. That's for you. Thank you for subscribing. You're like my sub-Santa. I was singing in my car yesterday and I was like, if I see Scorpio tomorrow, what song am I gonna sing to Scorpio? I hope you also had a great week. Times are crazy. Things are crazy, but thank you. I love that song. But I will be honest, it's a little out of my range. It's a little out of my range, but it's okay. I could technically belt it, but it hurts me. So if I ever do a cover of it like online, like on my YouTube channel, I'd have to do some like, what's the word? What's the term? Transposing. I'd have to have it like be a little lower, I think, in order for me. I think I used to be able to belt it when I was doing Twitch Sings because I was doing, oh, that is a bad guy. You got me through a pandemic and an infant, first-time dad. I owe you. Well, everybody needs some support. I'm glad I could be your support. Because being a parent is hard, and gosh, I can't even imagine being a military parent. Like, props to you. Yeah, I'll sing to you guys. I waited for so long because I was like, I don't want to get a copyright strike, but I really don't think I will get a copyright strike for something like that. I'm not using backtracks. I'm not using... Trust me, I have thought many times about a possible, like, I'm just going to take you out. A possible, like, concert, you know? It would be so fun, but I don't want to get into trouble. I'm not a big enough streamer to really get into trouble. But watch. They'll be like, oh, this tiny streamer that has an average of like 8 people tuning into her streams. Yeah, no, we can't allow that. Oh, I thought I died. Nope. Oh, yep. I'll be here a lot during the upcoming deployment. Ooh, yeah. When does she? Oh, that's right. I remember you saying she leaves in March. When does she leave? Ooh. You and your baby girl. That's so hard. We see that a lot with our church congregation, all this, you know, this deployment and stuff. It is hard. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. Under fair use, you have to also critique the song. It is a good song. She did a great job writing it. Did she write it? I don't even know. I love Alicia Keys. I think she has a very, very strong voice. That is my favorite song by her. She's very, very fun to sing. Very fun. There's that. This girl is on fire. Which I can't do, by the way, because that is also out of my range. I still haven't figured out how to make a spin wheel. Because what I want to have happen is I want to be able to, when somebody subscribes, I just want like a prize wheel to appear. Whoa, that is a bomb. And I want it to spin and show either pop or Disney or like Broadway. Not that I know tons of Broadway songs, but I know some Broadway songs. But I haven't figured out, I know how to make the spin wheel, but in order for the spin to, oh, she leaves in April. Oh, I thought it was in March. And how long is this deployment? Oh, it's time for Andrew to go get C Prime. So she'll appear here in a minute. In a hot minute. Now I don't even remember. Oh, wait a minute. Was there something I needed up there? I feel like there was something I needed up there. We're gonna wait for a second. There is. How do I get up there? What? That is not high enough. Okay, well, all right. I was talking about singing. I don't remember. It is a good song. 2 thumbs way up. Oh, the prize wheel. I know how to do the prize wheel. Oh, wow.
What time does she get out of school?
Right now.
So she's getting out of school right now.
Yes, so she should be at the bus stop in like 15, 20 minutes. I'd say 10 to 15 minutes, honestly. If you don't want to take Bubs with you, you can leave her in here with me. Okay. Just take Stixel with you, will ya? You'll leave in what?
We'll go over there in like 5 minutes.
Okay. Are you going to take Stixel?
Yeah.
Great. Excellent. Please note, I am not an attorney. You aren't? I could have sworn. 6 months. It's going to be brutal. But I won't complain because single parents do it all the time. They are amazing. Man, I can't tell you how many times. Oh! I have honestly like been stuck by myself doing something or whatever because Andrew's working a lot or whatever. And I have that same thought. I'm like, man, I really don't have any reason to complain. My husband is home a lot more often than a lot of people's. And I really, oh, wow, we're in danger. Oh! Bah! Wow. Whew, that was really stressful. But I got all the letters. But honestly, I think the same thing. My heart just goes out to single parents. I don't know how they do it. I actually read an article the other day that if a single mother or father were to be paid for the amount of work they do, they would make about $184,000 a year, given how much it costs for childcare and, all of that stuff. You just got to have a good support system. Like, you got to have, people that you can reach out to, or like a kid swap system, or I don't know, like people, so you don't have to do it all the time by yourself. I'm hearing things. Oh, this looks dangerous. Andrew, pick up dad mode reveal. You know what's interesting? It was like an Instagram post or something that was talking about the differences between like stay-at-home moms or parents, working dads, working moms or whatever. Oh, I knew I was gonna, okay, something's happening. What am I even saying? Oh! That was unexpected. What is even happening? And it had comic illustrations of what there would be an illustration of a dad dropping off their kid at school in their work attire, and then you'd swipe, and then there would be a picture of a mom dropping her kid off at school in work attire. And it was, I knew it before I pushed the button. I knew it, but it was too late. And it said with the dad, it was involved dad. But then when the mom was dressed in a work, like a suit or whatever, and dropping her kid off, she was just a working mom. But my favorite was the one where that I thought was very telling was the one where dad came in with a bag of fast food and he was looked at as a cool dad. Dad comes in with, or mom comes in with a fast food bag and she's looked at as a lazy mom. And I was like, oh, that is so true. How often are moms, and maybe dads too sometimes, but I guess it depends. Like the stay-at-home parent is looked at as lazy if they go get fast food, whereas the working parent is looked at as like, oh, what fun, dad brought home McDonald's. But if I do that, I just look like I'm lazy because I didn't actually cook dinner. Oh, I'm missing my ride. Oh, dang it. Almost could have. Hey, 7. Is a kid swap like a flea market for children? Yeah, you know, go swap your kids. You can swap the ones that you have for different ones. Beans. Dang it. Here's my problem. And this is going to make me sound like a really terrible person. I'm not a terrible person, I promise. I love my kids. I don't really love other people's kids. And I say that in the most loving way possible. I hope you guys can understand. It's not that I like hate kids, period. I just don't really love... Oh, what the barrel? Cool. I just know how my kids work, and I know how, like, I know my kids' dynamics, and I know what to feed them. I know their nap times. And that's not to say, wow. That's not to say that I won't help somebody out, because of course I'll help somebody out. But I don't love watching other people's kids because other people have different parenting styles than me, and it sometimes really stresses me out. I will help where I can, but I'm definitely not one of my... That is a huge double standard. What? That I love my kids but not other people's kids? I've never been one of those people... Oh, beans! I've never been one of those people that's like, oh, I just love kids no matter what. I just love babies. I've never been that type of person. So when I finally had my own kid, I was like, oh, I love my kid. But I have a hard time with other people's kids because not everybody parents their kids in a way that is, sometimes people parent their kids in really hard ways that make it really hard to watch somebody else's kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your kid is heckin' picky, and that's not how we do things at our house, and if they're like, I don't want to eat this, then I'm like, well, then I guess you're just gonna be hungry. And then I look like the bad guy. Oh, no, the McDonald's thing, I agree. It's hard to love other kids. Yes, it is. Even if your kid is a monster, they're your monster, and you love them. But if somebody else's kid is a monster, it is hard to love somebody else's monster kid. That's just how it is. But yes, the double standard with McDonald's, like, yeah, if I come home, like, I feel like if I pull up in my driveway with a McDonald's bag, if anybody sees me around, like, my neighborhood, not that I care, because I'm like, whatever, you know, mind your business. But if anybody sees me, I think to myself, all right, what are they thinking of me? Oh, there she is, you know, got McDonald's for her kid. But if Ander came home with one, oh, well, he is a sweet, what is inside that? Something's with teeth, large teeth. I'm scared. It's just interesting. That one hit me really hard. Like, there were a bunch of them, but that one was the one that hit me the hardest. I was like, man, why is that? Why are we looked at as being lazy? Because I will be honest, if I didn't have to cook at night, I would not cook. No way. I don't love cooking because Charlotte inevitably, not that she's extra picky, but most of the time she's like, I don't really like this, or I don't really want this, or she eats 2 bites. And then she's like, I'm done. I'm like, seriously, what was the point? Why did I make this meal? Why? And I guess there are leftovers for Ander, but it's just hard. It's really hard. Man, there is all sorts of crazy movement going on here. This is insanity. I cannot even keep straight. Oh, now we're climbing. Okay, we're climbing and we're blasting off. Got it. If I make it through this without dying, I will be shocked. I will be so shocked. Did I just get... Was there a puzzle piece I missed? I did it! Boom. Makes it hard to have friends over when the other kids are monsters. Yes! Like, I know some lovely people that I'm like, man, I would love to have her over, but her kids are insane. And I can't have her over here with her freaking crazy kids. Like, Charlotte, I don't necessarily want to. Do I feed leftovers to Stixel? Heck no. Let me tell you what happens when Stixel eats table food. My mom was just over here the other night. She wanted to have what we call Navajo tacos. I don't know if that's actually a real term for this. Maybe this is a Utah thing. Seven can confirm. You make like a scone, okay? So you take like bread dough and you fry it, okay? And you make like a scone. And then you pile up a taco on top of it. So you put like beans, taco meat, whatever you want. Avocado, cheese, tomatoes, onions, lettuce, whatever, sour cream. And then you eat it on a scone, and it is delicious. So my mom was like, let's have Navajo tacos on Wednesday night. Cool, great. Cannot confirm? Okay, so it's not a Utah thing. What about Hawaiian haystacks? Have you heard of Hawaiian haystacks? We have Hawaiian haystacks a lot. We love Hawaiian haystacks, but the funny thing is they're kind of sort of Polynesian, but they are definitely not. Like every Polynesian I've ever talked to is like, what's a Hawaiian haystack? Anyway, my mom, without consulting me and without talking to me, there's going to be an ad in like 40 seconds. It's only going to last for 60 seconds. Yes. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That was really close. So we had these Navajo tacos, and my mom had half of a scone with taco stuff up on it, and she just put it on the floor for Stixel. And by the time I caught it, oh yeah, that's a staple? Okay. Because I remember having them in the school as a kid. Like, I remember it was part of, like, our school lunch. Like, the school would give us Hawaiian haystacks. And literally, we have so many Polynesian people in our church congregation, and every single one of them is like, what the heck is a Hawaiian haystack? And why is it so popular in Utah? Oh, that's so funny. So Stixel was eating this leftover, this taco, and baby girl, like, walked over to her and tried to grab the plate, and Stixel freaked out. She snapped at her. She didn't actually, like, physically aggressive. Well, okay, she didn't physically bite her, but she went, and it happened so fast, and it was so shocking because she'd never done that before. And Stixel is bananas, but she's never been aggressive in that way. That is why we do not give her table food. It's too good. It's too good, and she can't. We had the same thing happen with our old dog, Maymay. When Andrew was working at Outback Steakhouse, he once brought home a ribeye steak, and he gave Maymay the bone. She would not give us that bone. When she started cracking it, we were like, ooh, girl, you can't. Nope, you can't. Oh, these levels are so hard. And we tried to take it away from her, and she was the sweetest dog, and she was so well behaved, and she growled at us. She was mad. And you could tell. She was like, don't take my bone away. Oh, what? How was I supposed to even... That's a stalagmite. Tight. What is the difference? I cannot. Wow. That was amazing. So we don't feed Stixel table scraps. What she does get is after baby girl finishes eating her food on her tray, she will get the tray to lick clean, but there's never any like actual food on it. There might be like a couple mandarin oranges and like some peach juice or something, but there's never anything like legitimately, there's never anything that's super legitimate on there. What, the monster? Oh man, he's gonna come. That's just foreshadowing right there. Oh! What? Oh! Beans! We have some friends in our ward. She's from Hawaii, and they love Hawaiian haystacks. You know, I remember reading that the top food in Utah is Polynesian cuisine. Like Rumby, which I love. I love Rumby Island Grill so much. Like Rumby, and I know there are a bunch of other places like that. But why Utah would be all about its Polynesian food is beyond me. But I do love Rumby Island Grill. It's very good. Very, very good. Wow. Holy. Wow. Oh, you know what? Okay, it's not worth it. It's fine. I will probably die, though. That's how you get the puzzle pieces in these levels. You got to get all the nanas. These barrel levels are maximum stress. Like, real stress. Maximum. Dang it. I was hoping I could just... Our dogs love leftover rice from haystacks, but that's the only table food we give them. Yeah. May was really bad with begging because we did used to give her table scraps, and the rest of her life, she was so bad at begging. And so when we got Stixel, I was like, I am not giving her table scraps, period. She does not get table scraps because I do not want to go down that road where she thinks she's entitled to them. No way. And then, of course, for Charlotte's baby blessing, we had... all of our family come in to town, and saw that coming. And my mother-in-law we did this big fish fry. Ander caught all these bass, and she made hush puppies, and she made all this fish. And she was sitting on the couch. I watched her. I was standing in front of her. She was sitting on the couch eating her hush puppies or whatever. And May was sitting right there with her, just looking at her plate. And she straight up just handed May this giant hush puppy. Just handed it to her. And I was like, whoa! And I even called her out. I was like, we actually don't give May food like that. And she kind of looked up at me and she goes, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. This is how she treats her dogs. Her dogs get table food, like, they don't eat dog food. They eat table food. She just makes them their own meals, which that is her prerogative. That's not how I roll, but that's how she rolls. That is not how we rolled with May. And you better believe May did not leave her alone the entire rest of the time she was at our house. She was like, maybe if I follow her around, she'll give me more manna from heaven. She never did, because I was always watching. I was like, we do not give May food like that. No way. And it makes her have an upset stomach. Like, it messes with dogs' digestive systems. But yeah, if there's like some rice or something left over on baby girl's tray, then yeah, I'll give Stixel that to lick. But I would not give her a half of a... Oh, man. I would not give her half of a leftover Navajo taco. No way. It's the same way with kids. Like, I mean, I hate to say this, but would you take somebody else's dog into your house if they weren't trained very well? Probably not. So when you have other people that are like, can you watch my kids for whatever? And I'm like, this is just a bad run altogether. Like, there are times where I've really wanted to help people out in our church congregation. But it's hard because there are certain... Okay, one time, this lady in our church congregation I think I said this on stream one time, but she text messaged me and said her daughter wanted to have a play date with Charlotte. The problem is this little girl is very aggressive, and she just has zero respect for personal boundaries, and she's just kind of nuts, and she's really sweet, but she's just kind of crazy. And Charlotte she can't handle it. And so I had to be honest, and I was just like, I'm really sorry, but Charlotte has a really hard time being around your daughter and I felt like the biggest jerk. But I had to be honest. I just said she has a really hard time being around your daughter because she doesn't respect her boundaries. That was the nicest way I could put it. And luckily, she wrote back and she said, I completely understand. I told my daughter I would ask, but I totally understand. She can definitely be kind of invasive. And ever since then, I have seen her put forth more of an effort when it comes to when she sees Charlotte at church. She'll see Charlotte and be like, hi, and then she just kind of leaves it at that. Where she used to get right up in her face and throw her arms around her and, like, you know what I mean? Too much. And that's just not how Charlotte functions. That's just not how she works. She likes her space. She doesn't like unpredictability. So it's hard having other people's kids over when you don't really know, like, how they're gonna... Or if they're gonna be mean, you know? I don't want to mean kids. No, dogs don't forget. I fed my friend's dog table food once, then didn't see him for 6 months. When I saw him again, yep, they will remember. May never forgot. Never. Not in a million years. Nope. And that's how my mother-in-law works. She feeds her dogs table food, like, all the time. Like, they do not believe in dog food, apparently. That's her prerogative. That is not the way we roll. That's loving your dog to death, honestly. It's not good for your dog. They're not supposed to eat that food. But you can't argue with her because she just believes that, because of course at this point she goes, well, he won't eat dog food. I'm like, well, of course he won't. Not after you've fed him table food for years. Of course he's gonna turn his nose up at it. And then she goes, well, and then if I don't give him his dinner, then he just gets mad and he rams his head into the back of my legs. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, you are in control here, not your dog. You are the boss, okay? Whatever. I have lots of feelings about that because I'm like, okay. Training dogs and training kids, it's the same thing. But I just, like, I love my kids. I don't love other people's kids. There are some kids that I really, really love. Definitely. For sure. For sure. But there are a lot of kids that I don't. I've worked really hard to get my kids to a point where I know they'll behave and they're not going to be crazy and they're going to be nice. And there she is! C Prime, everybody. Home from school for spring break.
Yes, ma'am, I am. And also, no homework.
No homework. It's prime time.
You ready? How many toes does a fish have? How many wings on a cow? I wonder. Yep, I wonder.
Oh man, I don't
And
know.
it says prime time.
I don't know how loud that is for you guys, but I apologize if it's super loud. Whew. Maybe I will have her join here in a minute. Yeah, usually she's at school. I forgot about that. We will do a stream together on the 3rd Sunday. This level, man. I want that, Am I making any sense? No. I feel like, I don't know. Kids are hard. Because you can't judge anybody else for their parenting, but at the same time you do kind of judge them for their parenting. I find myself, like, sometimes I'm like, when I see, okay, so before I had kids, it was really easy for me to see people with crazy kids and be like, well, why don't you just XYZ? But then when you become a parent, you still think, well, why don't you just... I don't know. I think I'm also lucky because my children seem to have very calm dispositions. I say calm. I mean kind, and like Charlotte is not crazy overexcitable. She listens. She does not like getting into trouble. She doesn't like getting like, yeah, she doesn't like getting scolded. She doesn't like it when she does something she shouldn't. She does not like that. And so she usually kind of, you know, she follows my directions and whatnot because she wants to, not because she feels like she's being, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but she doesn't like confrontation. She doesn't like to push boundaries. She doesn't like to push buttons. She's a pleaser. And so far, Auden has the exact same disposition Charlotte had when she was a baby. So I can't honestly say how I would deal with a kid that just was totally like so stubborn, so frustrating, really, really hard to deal with. I am convinced though that a lot of the terrible two type behavior that you see with little kids is because they're tired. A lot of parents do not utilize a nap schedule. They don't put their kids down. I'm shocked at the amount of people that I talk to that are just kind of like, oh yeah, we just kind of put our kids down whenever. And I'm like, that's why your kid's mad all the time and why they're cranky all the time, because they have zero consistency in their lives. And that's why Auden is such a happy baby. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but Charlotte was the same way. Like, we did not mess around with her nap time. Whoa, save pig. Hallelujah. Oh no. I have two of the sweetest girls in the world, and people will say I raised them right, but I really think it's all them. I feel the same way. We are in a snowball, folks. Can I jump? What is even... Oh, I can. Kind of. Everybody move out the way! Oh, I should have jumped. Dang. I do think a lot of it has to do with your kid's disposition. You know, I agree with the whole like gentle parenting thing. I see a lot of tips and tricks on parenting on like Instagram or whatever. You know, there are definitely things you can do to empower your kids and whatnot. Like, I'm all for that. But I'm not all for letting your kid do whatever the heck you want because you feel like they're just, that you don't want to ruin their you know, their spirit, or you don't want to ruin their, you don't want to take away their agency or their freedom or whatever. I'm like, no, there are some times where you do need to step in and make sure your kids understand why certain things. Whenever I give Charlotte a rule that she's irritated about, I always say, do you understand why this is a rule? Because it's not just, I'm not trying to just be mean. It's kind of like your kid arguing with you. Why can't I stick my finger in that socket? Because it's going to hurt you. But I don't know if it's going to hurt me. Why can't I stick my finger in it? Okay, seriously? Just take my word for it. It'll hurt you. Just trust me. But I want to try it myself. Well, there's a point you do have to reach where you're like, okay. Some kids are like that. Charlotte is not. Charlotte, I can be like, if you, like, I'm pretty open and honest about most things with her. And I'm not the type of parent that, like, you know, I try really hard not to use the I said so because I said so, but there are times where, you know, something, you know, she asks a question so many times that I'm just like, because I said so. But, you know, when she stands up in the bathtub or something, bye. And I'll be like, Charlotte, you gotta sit down, especially when she was younger, but old enough to kind of understand. I'd be like, Charlotte, you gotta sit down. But why? Because you're gonna crack your head open, you're gonna start bleeding everywhere, and then we're gonna have to go to the doctor and spend all night in the emergency room. That's why. She did not stand up in the bath again. It wasn't just because, oh, you'll get hurt. I was like, no, you'll fall, crack your head open, you'll bleed everywhere, we'll end up in the emergency room. That's why. I just try to explain things. You have a mommy influencer cousin and her kids are the worst. Well, that just goes to show you. Mommy influencers are the worst, man. They have such a sense of entitlement. It's terrible. Influencers. That's what all the kids, all them kids, all the fellow kids these days want to be influencers. I just want to be famous for just living my life. Yeah, well, wouldn't we all, kiddo? Oh, it's really good. Oh, I thought I missed it. I think if you take away the mystery, kids will start to listen. Yeah, it's like, why not just be honest? Why not just say, well, because you're going to crack your head open? Or, you know, well, why can't I have so-and-so over to play? Well, because, I don't know, because this. Like, just explain it to them. We don't have to be like, because I said so. Although every parent says that, and it's not, you know, you're not a bad parent if you say that, for sure. For sure. For sure. You're not a bad parent, but it helps if you don't say, because I said so. That's just what I've kind of noticed in my parenting, but nobody asked me, so just doing the best I can with what I got. This level is going to give me a run for my money. But Charlotte's just one of those kids that just listens. She just does. She's just always had that disposition. She doesn't want to do anything that would get her into trouble. She doesn't want to do anything that would she doesn't want to do anything that would hurt her. You know, if I say, that's really going to hurt, like really, then she believes me. That's great. But some kids don't. And some kids, they really do have to stick their finger in the outlet. And ain't that just the way? It doesn't make you a bad parent. It just means you have to parent differently. Oh, I've got Diddy. Oh, that is helpful. How the? Oh, they're on springs. Well, shut my. Oh, Kate. Doing great. I'm the child of a textbook narcissist, so I have an interesting perspective on parenting. Ooh, that's rough. Dang. Unfortunately, there are plenty of those. There are plenty of parents that never get never get that parenting down because they think they know better or whatever, and they don't take any, they don't take any advice or whatever. I took all the advice I could get, but you have to take it all with a grain of salt too, because everybody has different kids. You can't just parent the same way, because parents are, kids are different. Oh, that's how you do it. That's how we do it. This is going to be really stressful, I can tell. And I by no means am trying to sound like I am the best at parenting or I am great at parenting or whatever. I do the best I can with the situation I'm in, and I make mistakes and I say things I shouldn't sometimes. The thing that we're trying to deal with right now is I'm trying to teach her that she is not responsible for my feelings, but I am also not responsible for hers. Because when she says things like, well, you just hurt my feelings when you said that, I say things like, well, you are responsible for your feelings. And you know that I would never say something to hurt your feelings intentionally. So, I think I got frustrated with her because I was like, she was looking for something and she was like, I can't find it anywhere. And I was like, Charlotte Grace, where is it? And she was like, I don't know. And then sure enough, I went into her room and looked, and it was literally sitting in the middle of the floor, but it was underneath maybe something. And I was like, Charlotte, your looking skills are, they struggle. I was like, your looking skills are so bad or something like that. And she was like, well, you hurt my feelings with that or whatever. And I was like, Charlotte, come on. I am not responsible for your feelings. You are responsible for your feelings. And maybe what I said did kind of, I realized later, I was like, okay, I probably shouldn't have said it that way, but I said it as a joke. Oh, what the heck? I'm supposed to hang on. Okay. But I was just like, you are responsible for your feelings. And I wasn't saying that to hurt your feelings, because I was like, mama's skills at looking for things suck too, because Papa is always telling me, how did you not find that? So we had a laugh about it together, but I try to help her understand, like, you have control over what you're feeling. Okay? Like, you have control. Like, if somebody, says something that makes you mad, beans, you have a choice on how you react to that. It was like the night at our church Halloween party, and that little girl was so mean to her and, like, smeared Cheeto stuff all over her face. Like, who does that? Talking about crazy kids. And Charlotte had this mental breakdown and was like, I want to go home. And I said, well, but we haven't, like, trick-or-treated yet. And if you choose to go home, I said, I will respect your decision, but if you choose to go home now, you're going to miss out on getting all that candy. And I said, you have a choice right now, Charlotte. Unfortunately, she was not very nice, but you have a choice. You can either choose to go home and let her completely ruin your night, or you can choose to move on and be like, wow, that sucked, and I'm never gonna do that to anybody, because nobody should do that to anybody, but I'm gonna freaking get some candy tonight. And it took her a long time, but she decided to stay. And I was really proud of her, and I told her that. I said, you could have chosen to leave, and you didn't. You did not let her take control of your night. I was annoyed with her, though. I was like, what a little brat. I was so annoyed. No, I was not paying attention to. These ice, what are they? Snowflakes. Really cramping my style. That is not worth it. That is also not worth it. Oh, no. This is, well, it's like every level. It's all bananas. All of it. Ha! Ha! Throwing fish? How dare you? Oh man, I just lost Diddy. Wise words, good parenting. Well, I mean, I try. And sometimes I have to also be like, okay, Charlotte is not in charge of how I feel. She's not in charge of my feelings. Most narcissists are pretty negligent, so the kids have to learn interpersonal skills through trial and error, and it can lead to slow development. It's actually a skill that needs to be practiced to control how to react to bad circumstances. Absolutely. Oh, totally. It takes tons of practice. It's really hard. It's really hard not to get offended when somebody says something that upsets you, or to freak out because somebody did something that hurt your feelings or whatever. But ultimately, we do have a choice. I'm not saying it's an easy choice, but it is a choice. And sometimes I have to remind myself of that. Oh, you know, whenever I get frustrated with my mother-in-law or frustrated with my mom or whatever, I have to remind myself, okay, I can choose to be annoyed about this and let it live in my head, or I can move on and just be like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to put up with this right now, and this is not my fault, and I'm not responsible for my mom's happiness. I'm not responsible for anybody's happiness. I'm responsible for my own. But that can be really hard. And especially in this day and age when everybody is so offended at everything. Everybody gets so angry because somebody said this or somebody did that or whatever. And the reality is you do have the choice to not react that way. It's hard. It's really hard, but you do have the choice. Nobody is forcing... Ooh, that was really close. Nobody is forcing you to act that way. I think the most obnoxious experience I ever had with that kind of idea was when I was talking to all my teenaged girls in the young women's program I used to teach in my old church congregation. And I was telling them about how my brother was bullied horribly at school and how, oh gosh, there's his up there. Ah! And how a lot of the reason he chose to become less active and didn't go to church anymore was because he... Oh, wow. Why does his barbells why do they have eyes? Oh, they're fish. Okay, they're puffer fish. Got it. But I told the girls, I said my brother was teased and blah, blah, blah. And he actually ended up kind of leaving the church over it. And one of the leaders in the room with me said, okay, but your brother did have a choice. And for a split second, I swear, I wanted to murder her. I was so mad. I was like, how dare you tell me that my brother doesn't have the right to feel as angry as he felt? I was so mad. We were in a room full of, how many people? And for a split second, I was ready to kill her. And then I remember thinking to myself, no, because she was right. As annoyed as I was, she was right. My brother did have a choice. He did have a choice to choose. He could choose whether he wanted to keep coming to church regardless, or if he wanted to leave and stop coming to church. That was his choice. He chose to stop coming to church, and that was his choice, right? And so I looked around at the girls and I said, you know what? She's right. My brother did have a choice. But don't you think that choice would have been a lot easier if those boys hadn't been so mean to him? Like, nobody's responsible for my brother's choices but himself, right? But man, there was a moment there where I was like, I will cut you. I was so mad. Don't talk about my brother that way. My brother's a victim. But even talking to my brother now, he wouldn't say that. He wouldn't say he was a victim. And actually, he said, in a way, because he and I talked about this a little while back, he said, I'm in a way kind of grateful for what I went through, because who's to say I would be who I am today if I hadn't had those experiences? And he said, there's a chance. Oh my gosh, there's killer snowflakes. Oh man. I actually had a lot of animosity toward all the kids that used to tease my brother. And one day we were talking on the phone and I was like, you know what I heard? I am not proud of this moment. I think I've said this on stream before, but just in case, I'm not proud of this moment. I had a moment of kind of nastiness. And I was like, so I found out that one of the kids that teased you really badly, he actually was in AA. I said, I fully admit, I said this. I was like, well, serves him right, doesn't it? I mean, it makes sense. Like, oh, he was just a jerk or whatever. And my brother goes, that's a really nasty thing to say, Suze. Like, alcoholism, like, it kills people. And I suddenly realized that he was right and I was being a jerk. And I was like, Okay. And he goes, why would you say that? And I said, well, he was one of the kids who bullied you all the time. I've always been so angry at him for that. And my brother goes, Suze, I don't think about that stuff ever. I said, really? You never think about like all the troubles you had as a teenager? Like I'd been holding on to that animosity for a long time, apparently. My brother hadn't. He was like, yeah, no, I don't think about that ever. Like, I don't think about those people. Like, I'm so far removed from what happened to me when I was a teenager. Like, it's not important anymore, man. Like, those people don't matter. And I suddenly realized I had been holding on to all this animosity for no good reason. And I was being hateful and hurtful. And that was my bad. And I apologized and was like, wow, I am a terrible person. I'm so sorry. You know, and he was like, no, like, it's fine. But he just said, you know, don't let these people like live in your head. Like, and he said, think about the situations they were in. Like this kid in particular that I said something so mean about. He was like, he didn't even have a dad. Like his dad passed away when he was younger. I don't even remember why. He was raised by a single mom. Like, we are not in any position to judge anybody else. And he was right. And like I said, I fully admit I was a jerk, and I had a really cruel moment. I was really angry at those boys though, because I watched what they did to my brother. Oh, I was so angry. Bullying. So help my children if I find out they are bullies. I will not tolerate it. But I shouldn't have said it. That was really mean. And consequently, this kid that you know, oh gosh, what? That is impossible. Oh man. This kid that went to AA or whatever, he's been sober for like years. He's got his life together. He's married. He's got a beautiful little baby. Like everything's great, you know, or so it seems. Everything looks like his life seems to be better. But I shouldn't have said that about him. That was unkind. So that's what I try to teach Charlotte. You have control over your feelings, nobody else. You also don't have control over anybody else's thoughts, right? Being the mother of a girl, 2 girls, I worry about, you know, someday, you know, boys and all that stuff, and I worry about that. And, you know, you hear this argument of like, well, if girls didn't dress so immodestly, then boys would be able to control their thoughts. Now, you are not responsible for controlling your thoughts. Controlling somebody else's thoughts, okay? That's up to them. It does not make sense to sit and blame boys for that type of thing because girls were wearing something inappropriate. That's just unfair. And I think what irritates me about that, and I am going to get just a teeny bit on a soapbox, I think what irritates me about that, oh, this is going to be bad. What is even happening? Oh, it is an avalanche. I think what irritates me about that is that there's all this pressure put on the boys, like, well, boys need to learn, and boys need to do this. And I'm like, okay, how about your daughters? Okay? How about your daughters? Your daughters need to respect boys just as much as you're telling the boys to respect the daughters, okay? We need to all respect each other. Instead of just saying, well, I'm going to dress this way because I want to dress this way, and you just better deal with it. How about we are kind and we're like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't dress that way because it makes my date uncomfortable. It shouldn't just be up to the man. That's so frustrating. I hate that. I hate that so much. Okay, case in point, I was at a store and there was this guy that was standing outside the front window and he was talking on a cell phone, and the girl behind the counter goes, oh, there he is. And her coworker goes, you know he's married, right? And she said, that doesn't matter. And I kind of looked at her and I go, it should matter. And then she goes, oh, no. That's not what I mean. She said, I just mean I would never try, I would never. Because I know he's married. And I was like, okay, that's better. And I just said, because I think in this day and age, there are a lot of people who really, truly don't believe it matters. And they're just kind of like, oh, well, you know. And I just disagree with that so much. Like, okay, we need to teach our sons and whatnot. I hate the boys will be boys, right? We hate that mentality. Boys need to be held responsible. But girls also need to be held responsible. Come on. Teach your daughters, don't hit on a married man. Don't hit on a boy who's got a girlfriend. Come on now. It can't just be the men. Girls may not be as much at fault in a lot of these situations, but there are definitely situations where the girls are totally at fault. And you see all these stories about, you know, about like, you know, what was his name? Tiger Woods, like cheating on his wife and all this stuff. And everybody wants to blame him. And I'm not saying that he made a good decision, but I'm like, okay, but what about the girl that like went along with it? What about these mistresses? Because I'm sorry, but they are just as much at fault. Maybe not quite as much at fault, but you can't just be like, okay, well, this girl is gonna throw herself at you even though you're married, but you need to stay strong or else. That just doesn't seem fair. Anyway, I'm gonna be off my soapbox now. And I'm even a mother to girls. And I'm advocating, teach your girls to be respectful. Come on, you can't just teach the boys to be respectful. It's not only up to the boys. You gotta be smart and you gotta teach respect both ways. I bet that was a secret and I just ruined it. Yep, gee dang it. This level is amazing. It is so stressful, but I'm here for it. Juggling fish. Where's Endymion? Apparently Endymion's taking a juggling class. I just have such a hard... Oh, I can't... Whoa! I knew it. I knew you'd come back. Can't stay away. Oh, I thought it was a barrel. Oh, but it's puzzle base. Okay. And you know what? No matter how hard we try, there are always going to be freaking creepers out there. There just are. We live in an imperfect world. They're just gonna be creepers. This is nuts. Men and women, because it can happen to both, okay? But we live in an imperfect world. It's never gonna be perfect. There are always gonna be guys that are willing to take advantage of girls or girls that are willing to take advantage of guys. So we need to teach our kids to be wary, to be smart. It's not up to just one. This is... Okay. What just happened? Oh, those aren't spikes. That's grass. I was like, I don't know where to go. This is my favorite level that I have come across. For sure. Best level. Oh, I should have... I needed... Should have, would have, could have... I needed... You know what? Coins are fine. What is even... That's a castle? This is totally nuts. I think it was somebody named Tommy that was like, there are some sweet levels coming up in this island. I think they even said that the silhouette level was amazing. I agree, Tommy. I agree. This is my favorite level I've done so far. Oh, that is okay. I mean, it is like mega stress, but it is, the design is fabulous. This is where I died, right? Yes. Okay. What? Oh, what? How the fruit? I don't... Oh. There is so much done back. So much going on. We did it! We did it. There are definitely girl creepers. They do it in a different way than guy creepers do. But there are definitely girls who prey on men. Totally. And they get away with it because they're women. I'm a woman, happy to be a woman, love being a woman, most of the time. But we put too much stock in the fact that it's always men. It's not. It's really not. And you know what? It's those women who ruin it for the rest of us. Because those are the women that make, you know, false claims and stuff so that real claims aren't believed. I can feel myself getting riled up, so I'm going to stop. Creepers everywhere. This looks very sinister. Yeah, who the heck is running this operation? Oh, I see that. There's a puzzle piece down there. Oh, no, that's not what it... Oh. Hey, it's Happy J! And not just these guys. Is that from Minecraft? I've never actually played Minecraft. You know what? I'm going to start this level over. No, I'm not. I will... Most likely, I will probably die. I've never played Minecraft, but I do recognize that. Oh, maybe I'm gonna jump back. How are you, Happy Jay? How are you on this fine... What is it today? Friday. It's a Friday. Can't keep straight. Who's watching Turn... Oh, see? I knew I was gonna die. Oh, they're called creepers. That's right. We were talking about Minecraft last stream because I've never played it. Was it last stream? No, it was 2 streams ago. I'm scared of this level, y'all. Wow, this is like Metroid stuff. Holy moly. Oh, Dixie? Yeah. Wow, things just took a major turn. Like, oh, okay. This is so different than the rest of the levels. Wow. Oh, I see. I understand. Whoa, okay. What is this level called? I don't even remember, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, shoot. I need Dixie like some fairs. Oh. Oh, oh, my lands. Knew it! I knew it! Secrets. Oh. Oh. Really? My aiming is terrible. Doing good. Hope all has been good for you. All has been pretty good. We've got spring break next week, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with my child, but we'll come up with something. Sure. We'll probably play lots of Horizon Forbidden West together. If baby girl will let us. She likes to try and grab my controller because it glows. So I give her her own controller, and she doesn't want that one. She wants the one I have because it glows. I came across the coolest machine last night. Wow. It was quite the reveal. It was very exciting. Oh. Oh, beans. Dang it. Darn. And I'd like to take her down to Austin, but at this point, with the price of gas, I'm like, good day in the morning. I don't even know if we can afford to go down to Austin. Oh. Happy J always has great jokes. No. Oh. Ooh. Bad situation. Honestly, this game has been so fun to stream. It is very stressful. Lots and lots of stress. Maximum amounts of stress. But it has been really fun to stream. Okay, I'm on to you now. I understand how this works now. I got you. I have how many? Like 800, 900 coins? Wow, I have 900 coins. Dang. Oh, I'll just crap. Okay. Oh, dang it. Ah. Happy J, I forget where you are, where you're located roundabouts. Are you in Illinois somewhere? Or are you in Ohio? I can't remember. I can't keep everybody straight. Which actually makes me kind of weirdly happy because we have so many people in our super awesome community now that I'm losing track of where people are. And that's great because that means we have so many cool people. If that makes sense. Oh, that's right. Oh gosh, everything is electrocuted. Oh. Oh, man, zippity doodah. Dixie, you are a savior. You help me a lot. What is this? That, okay, well, yes. Oh, no. Oh. Everything. Okay, so we gotta haul through this. Have I made this wrong? Oh, Pennsylvania. I should share with you that I thought of that seems to be liked by others. If a goose were to sing, would it be a honky tonk? That is so great. I remember talking to Ander. Somebody, who was it that totally ruined it for me? Somebody was like, oh, is that the person who sang honky tonk? Oh, yeah. It was that person, Trace Adkins, I think, that sings the song, there's gonna be an ad in about a minute and 30 seconds. They sing the, you're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. Aw, beans. And I was like, wait, that is the same person that sings honky tonk badonk. Oh no. I was so horrified. It was not welcome information. I think it was Olaf. He was like, sorry. Yeah, definitely did not expect. What hurt me? It's so annoying. I love that song, but I don't love the other song. Not that it's just, I just think it's kind of a silly song, but I just did not expect the same people. Not that they can't, it just surprised me. Oh, that just gives me a heart, so I'm gonna keep on moving. Oh, that was really close. I see a barrel down there. Barrel. Got it. Well, now I can use that heart. Well. And I told Andrew about it later, too. I was like, did you know that the guy who sings our favorite song actually sings honky tonk badonka tonk? It was a bad moment. Okay. Concentration. Oh, I see. Wow. Wow. I can do this. It's prime time. Time to get serious. Oh! Well, that's helpful. Oh, what? Well, now okay, fine. Yeah. Why did I... Okay. I'll just do it. That's what I did last time! Oh, it made it! Oh, no! I don't even know what is happening. My brain... Honky dog. Seriously, I could have cried. I was like, why? Why? Oh. Why is it that country music can literally sing about anything and it can become a hit? You can't write a song like Justin Bieber could not write a song about a truck or a dog. But somehow country music, you can write songs about your truck, you can write songs about your dog, you can write songs about manscaping or whatever it's called. You know, when guys go and like get facials and manicures and pedicures and stuff. Oh no. No, that's not. Oh. Boo. You can sing about slashing your boyfriend's tires. You can sing about anything, and it becomes catchy, and it becomes a hit. But with any other kind of music, that doesn't really work. I don't really know why that is. I will admit, I don't love country music. There are a few country songs that I really love, but I don't make a habit of listening to country music. Wow, this level. Oh, crap. Okay, okay. Yep, that is fine. I forgot that the pup. I thought I had a minute to breathe. It's because country music has such low standards that anything flies. I guess so. But there are some bangers, man. Like, I have heard some great songs. Brad Paisley has some great songs about, yeah, he's like something, he sings about the fact that he's a man or something. Oh, crap. Or, the Celebrity song. That's good. That's good, too. Or Waiting on a Woman. I don't know. It just all works for some reason. But like I said, if you listen to Justin Bieber, he's not going to sing a song. Just thought of another song by Trace Adkins, thanks to what you're talking about. Songs About Me. I've never heard that song before. But like I said, I don't listen to country like on the regular. Ander does while he's driving around, because a lot of times he just, like, he goes through so many different cities. All the radio stations kind of change. He has a couple country stations on his truck. You know what? No. Trace Adkins and the honky tonk badonka donk. Sweet innocent Susie. Well. It is saying about what? Oh. Oh, I see. We're gonna go over and get that halfway pig first. Oh. Okay. Stress levels are rising. I'll look up the video for it, share in Discord. Please do. I'm always down to watch some music video, something. I really think I need to have a wholesome channel. I try to have the whole Discord be relatively wholesome, you know? But, like, I find things on Reddit and stuff that, you know, from, like, the wholesome gifs or makes me smile or whatever. And I think, especially in this day and age, like, oh, man, did I really miss... Sometimes you just need to see, like, a whole bunch of puppies or a bunch of little kittens following some guy around, you know? It's cute. Or like doggy daycare videos or something. Dang it all to heck. Oh no! Oh, what? Halfway pig? Oh, I can get that end now, right? Yes. Yes. Cool. Meh. Love that he has 2 pufferfish on a stick, literally. I mean, do what you gotta do, man. You make do with what you've got on hand. Okay. Oh, middle. Oh, I gotta keep so many things straight. Wow. Oh, I forgot to... So many buttons to remember to push. Man alive. Ah, I see. Oh, Kato is streaming The Last of Us 2. If anybody's interested in tuning into that. I straight up was just like, yeah, no. I'm not going to be tuning into any of your streams. Sorry. Can't handle it. Nope. No. Because he just finished Horizon Zero Dawn, and... when I saw he was streaming The Last of Us 2, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be a no from me. Sorry. Luckily, he wasn't anywhere scary when I tuned in the other day, and I was like, hey, just tuning in to let you know that I'm probably not gonna be here. He was like, that's okay. Yeah, I was like, that's gonna be a hard no for me. How do you... Oh, dang it! Goldfish cracker? Anybody? I believe goldfish crackers are the superior cheddar cracker. Ander argues and says it's Cheez-Its. But I think it's goldfish. Goldfish are the good. That was so nice of him to give me some coins. Oh! I was in the middle. Come on, Retro Studios. Dude, I am down a lot of lives. About to go down some more. Jeez, this level. Team Ander? Oh, 7 likes Cheez-Its. I mean, I like Cheez-Its, but there's something about the taste of goldfish. I feel like Cheez-Its I can only have like a handful. I could eat an entire box of goldfish.
I can eat an entire box of Cheez-Its.
Ander says you can. Hi, Bubs! Come here, baby. Let me see that, Bubs. Hi. Hello, sweet girl. Ander says he can eat a whole box of Cheez-Its. Would you like a goldfish? Yeah. You don't discriminate cheddar snacks. You would eat any cheddar snack. We love cheddar cheese. I can literally just give her cheddar cheese cubes and she'll inhale them. Huh? Yeah, probably. Okay, let me say hi. Oh, I didn't mean to scare you. Okay. She's probably gonna cry. Sorry. I'm telling y'all, I feel Gigil. She's so cute, I could just die. I feel it. That is the oh, that's the exact, oh my gosh. I might get out of this yet. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I just survived that. I really don't. That is how I feel when I see her. I'm like, ah, you are so cute. Ah! I felt the same way with Charlotte. Oh, man. Oh. Holy. Oh, we did it. Oh. Boom. Susie is a pro. Listen, that level took me a heck of a lot of tries. Wow. Wow. Oh, but I got all 5 puzzle pieces. Gigil. That's the Filipino word for just that like insane aggression you feel when something is just so cute you can't even stand it. Like I want to bite her sometimes, but not really, but kind of. It's weird. Doesn't make any sense. Yep, little C Omega. Little pumpkin doodle. Meltdown May. Oh. I think what I will do. I don't know. I have to think. If I beat this game today, ooh, I don't know if I will. It's 2:37. I don't rightly know. 1 banana. Really? That was it. Okay. Cool. Ooh, is this gonna be a cart level? Oh, probably. I have a feeling. Oh, man. Things just got crazy. Oh. What? Oh. I was like, am I supposed to do that? Or am I banging the ground to my doom? Oh, we have Rambi. Cool. That is good. Oh, this is gonna be one of those speedy levels. What the? Oh, wow. I agree with Tommy. I think this world has the best level design. All the level design is really good, but this world in particular has some great level design. Oh, ah. Oh no, I needed that. Dang it. Wow, there's so much happening. Oh, how do you... Oh, dang it. Oh, like that. What? No! How do I know when I get a puzzle piece? I just have to get all them nanners. Okay, well, I'll take an O. Puzzle pieces actually kind of really don't matter a lot, kind of. They just unlock, art. What is, like, making scary sounds at me? Does not sound like a friendly being. Okay. It's not like, does not sound like we are welcome here. Oh, no! Oh, yes. Wow, this is crazy. I think, well, nope. Oh, what? Ah! Oh. Dang it! Gee, we're too heavy. We can't, like, go all the way over there. Beans. How does that poor rhino fit in that one box? Calling Retro Studios out for animal cruelty. Speaking of animal cruelty, I just saw a video on Reddit, I think, where somebody brought a peacock onto an airplane. And they claimed it was their emotional support peacock. Really? I'm sorry. No. Mm-mm. This is another thing I have a slight, I get on a slight soapbox about, is this whole, like, support animals versus, like, actual service animals. Because I have a sister-in-law who is diabetic, and she has this little dog that is absolutely spoiled rotten. And she claims she's her service dog, and she claims that she can, like, sniff out her insulin levels or whatever. No. They got her off of Craigslist when she was like a year. No, she is not a trained dog. She's not a trained service dog. I guess you could, what is, okay. Hey, it's Johnny! I should be able to claim an emotional support human and have them fly for free. I agree. Like, what the heck is, yes, this is my emotional support child. Or, better yet, I have a ticket for my child. I am the emotional support human for my child. So therefore, I should fly free. Because that's really how it goes. Like, the children are the ones throwing tantrums and stuff. Johnny, how are you? Oh, I guess we gotta wait. We need to wait. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, oh, it is dangerously close. We need to run. Oh, man. Yeah, an emotional support peacock? No. No, honey. No, dear. But yeah, my sister-in-law, she has this dog. And my mother-in-law and my other sister-in-law absolutely swear that she's an emotional, or she's like a diabetic service dog. She is not a diabetic service dog. No way. Do you know how much training goes into a diabetic service dog? You do not sell a diabetic service dog on Craigslist. And so she takes her with her everywhere. You know, she takes her inside stores and stuff. But because of the law, you are not, by law, allowed to ask whether it's an emotional support animal or if it's a service animal or whatever. And so nobody can ask. And so she just carries her around, and she has a little emotional support, or like she's got a little service dog vest. Makes me absolutely crazy. Ah! Woo! Ah! Oh, dang it. Not bad. Work has been a bit unproductive. Been playing, streaming a bunch of Elden Ring. Johnny, when do you stream? I would love to tune in. Johnny. I know zippity zap about Elden Ring, and my brother actually told me Elden Ring is probably not for me because it's very heavy and it can be kind of gory, right? We know how I deal with that. I don't. But my brother has been playing Elden Ring constantly, and he loves it. And it is all I see on Twitch. When I go on the Twitch front page, that's it. That's what everybody... Oh, that's what everybody... Oh my gosh, I think I just screwed everything up. Dang it. Usually late at night and inconsistently. Okay, well, I'll just have to turn notifications on, so I know. If I can ever tune in, I will honestly try. But because I would love to support. It just depends on when it is. Yeah, he was like, I don't think Elden Ring is really Susie's thing. That is all anybody is streaming. I assume you were enjoying it. And it is a good situation. Okay, we're not going to screw this up. Right. Right. Yeah, no. You need a goldfish cracker. Is Elden Ring on PS4 or is it only for PS5? In my free time, what little free time I have, I am playing Horizon Forbidden West, and that is fabulous. So great. I love it so much. And it is such a gigantic game. Wow, I cannot believe how big the map is. It's insane. Much like this level. This level is bonkers. Wow. Oh. Huh. And there is something evil that's laughing at me, and I can't figure out who or what it is. I don't know, man. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh. You're having a good time with it. Played a bunch of that studio's previous games, too. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, then. Because that is ultimately what matters. Even when I saw the ad, I was like, I don't know. It isn't quite my type of game. And I can't even really explain why, to be honest. Oh, ooh, I didn't think I was gonna make that. Crispy monkey. Crispy monkey and crispy rhino. Sounds delicious. Lots of Elden Ring. I see lots of Elden Ring. What else are people playing these days? Horizon Forbidden West seems to have kind of gone through like the big like whoosh, and then now it seems to have kind of slowed down a little bit. I can't think of what else. I just see Elden Ring all the time. The game I'm going to be streaming next is Mega Man 2, because I have literally never played a Mega Man game before in my life. It's going to be a really good time. Oh! Well, I made it past that. That is great! And I got a G! Woo! I got a G! What is even... Oh, no! I think it's on the last gen consoles too. Oh, you're playing it on PC and it crashes often enough, but fun enough to push through. Okay. I remember the first time it was literally just like a couple weeks ago or maybe a month ago that I learned people when they're playing on their PC, they don't use a controller. They use their mouse. I did not know that. I've been a console gamer all my life, so the idea of playing on a computer and like legitimately not having a controller. I was watching Kato play Horizon Zero Dawn, and I was like, wait, you're using your mouse? Then everybody in chat was like, oh my gosh, Susie, that's so cute. You don't even know. I was like, no, I had no idea. How do you aim with your mouse? But I guess, who was it? I think it was Endymion was like, oh, it's so much easier to aim with a mouse than it is to aim with an actual, like, controller. I had no idea. Oh my. Oh man, that was so close! Oh, we can do this. Oh, no, we can't! Oh no, I'm playing it with a controller on your PC. Okay. I mean, yeah, I have a friend that's a PC gamer as well, and she said the same thing. She was like, man, when I used to stream, I used to get so much flack from my viewers about streaming with a controller, like playing with a controller. And I was like, what the heck, man? Why would anybody give you flack for that? People are weird. I legitimately cannot imagine trying to aim a bow and arrow with a mouse. But then again, Kato was very good at aiming, so maybe I was wrong. I don't know. I've actually, I turned on the motion controls for Horizon Forbidden West, because there are times where, like, there are times where I just need an extra, like, millimeter. Ooh, that's what happened last time. An extra, like, millimeter to aim properly. Wow, this level is bananas. And so I just tilt my controller just ever so slightly. And it works for me. I didn't have that happen in the first Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know if it was even an option in the first Horizon Zero Dawn. I never checked. Or I guess Horizon Zero Dawn is the first one. Oh, are we at the boss? What are with all these, like, secret levels I'm missing? Have I gotten Donkey? Okay. I didn't get all the letters. I got them all in there. Oh, that is not where I wanted to go. If you get all the letters... Okay, so there are 2 levels that I have not gotten all the letters in. So here's what I'm thinking. Since it's almost time for me to sign off, I think I will, off stream, I will go and find all the letters so I can do all the shrines before I actually beat the game. It depends on the game for me if I use a controller or a keyboard mouse. Yeah, see, man, that just never occurred to me that you would use a mouse to aim. But I guess it does make sense, because how else are you going to aim? What are you going to use? Like the arrow keys on your keyboard? I think if I go through and get like all the letters in all the levels, that will unlock the shrines, because the shrine levels are the hardest levels out of like the whole game. And they're super diabolical because they don't give you a halfway pig. So I don't think I want to beat the game just yet, because I'm not... Unless you guys don't care, unless you want me to beat the game now and then I can start something different on my next stream and I can just go through and do this myself. I'm a peripheral junkie and have so many kinds of controllers for different games. I don't know why my auto mod caught junkie. Bad, Johnny, bad. How dare you use such a word in my chat? Let's see who this boss is. Right? This is the boss, right? Yes. Well, the boss of Tropical Freeze is in the Volcano Dome. Which makes perfect sense. What are we up against, Dixie? Girl. I'm in back alleys talking to my controller dealer to get my next high. You're like, come on, man, what do you have for me? Who's making it so cold? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, maybe it's gonna be a really tiny little thing. Like, I'm pretty sure the end boss of Okami is a fish in a bowl that's in a giant robot. I'm not lying. And I mean, that's a spoiler kind of, but not really, because what you're thinking is not the case. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Oh, what? You're gonna suck it up in your horn? Oh, you throw it back there. I gotcha. Oh, what? This is giving me Yoshi's Island vibes. Boom! Yoshi's Island has one of the coolest ending boss fights. Ah! Holy cow. Oh! Dixie, I cannot lose you. What does banana power do if you have a boss? Oh, son of a... Well, you know he's the end boss of the whole game because there's electric guitar playing. He means business. Throw him back there. Oh, no. Oh, what? Okay, fine. Why did you come to my place, man? Like, everything was fine. Why did you come to my side of the jungle? Crap. How am I supposed to do this without her? Ooh, this might be, this is, we're gonna struggle. This is only phase 1. Reminds me of Tim the Toolman Taylor. Oh, did that? Oh, what? Oh, that just is just rude. Oh, wow, we can make it. Nope, we can't. I thought we could make it. Dixie, where are you? That's how you do it. Okay. No! Yeah, all these fights have like 4 different phases, so I'm nervous about this. Did I actually hit him last time? Oh, crap. This is very Donkey Kong. Okay, okay, okay. Yes. Okay, hit him. Okay, okay, all right. He's gonna get really angry, and we can make it. Wow, we can barely make it. Is he gonna come at me again? No, no. Ah! Oh man, that was really close. I am scared for when he gets really mad and cusses me out. How many of these hits? Gotcha. I have 1 heart left. Dang it. Oh, gosh. No, 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 no. All right, well, that's what we're up against. I'm trying to decide what to do because it's technically time for me to sign off within the next, I mean, I've been streaming for 3 hours. Oh my gosh, D. Scheidler, how are you? Oh, hi. Okay. Hi. I would try putting her down at about 3:15, 3:20ish. Hi, baby. I will be here when you wake up.
Keep coming.
Yep. That cute little Bubs. Yes. Okay, we know who we're up against. I'm gonna go see if I can get some Kong letters and open up a shrine. Because I only have 2 levels where I didn't get them, surprisingly. I feel like I missed a lot of them in other worlds. Wait, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, what the heck is with all these secret... You have this for the Wii U? My brother got it for me for my birthday, and he just raved about it. And he was like, you really should stream it. So here I am. I do not plan to rebuy. Well, why would you? Yeah, if you have it on the Wii U, then shoot. It's totally a solid 2D platformer. It's great. I really loved the original one. A lot. The level design is fabulous. Oh, I hated this one. Great. Okay. Well, we don't need much. I'm literally just going for the letters. Going for the letters. Yeah, my brother and my sister went in together to get this for me for my birthday. Ooh, this one is hard. And I have really enjoyed it. It's been really fun. It's a short game. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not super crazy long, but... Oh, I think I remember why I didn't get the... Oh, what was it, the N? Is the whole game entirely an ice level? No, actually. The ice is only in this last world. I mean, everything is kind of frozen, but the like super icy stuff is only in this last world. Weirdly, actually, because it's called Tropical Freeze. So, oh, this is the one I missed. Dang it! How do you even? Maybe if I. Okay, well, I don't start at the very beginning. That's nice. Oh no! Who knew getting letters would be so diabolical? If I'm being really honest, I actually liked the I actually really liked the levels in. I think there were more levels in Donkey Kong Country Returns that I really, really loved. This game is kind of a continuation of that one. I mean, all the levels are really, really great. Okay. What? I don't know how to aim that right. But I just feel like there were more in the original Donkey Kong Country Returns that I have on the Wii that just kind of made my jaw drop. But this one's been great as well. My favorite level by far was the silhouette level through the avalanche in the, in this world. That was really, really cool. Very cool. Okay, if I just stay here. Nope. Nope. How do you aim that? Okay. I think that's the one I missed, was the O, and I think I got all the other ones. So if I can get that O. But the shrine levels they have are out of this world hard. They're so hard. And you don't get a halfway pig, so you have to do the whole thing in one shot. They're shorter levels, though. But they are brutal. So brutal. I was so close! Man, I don't think I've been below 80 guys in forever. Whew. I've been up in like the 90s, but these last couple levels have given me a run for my money. Wow. It's been really fun though. It's been really fun. And it was just fun because it's not something that's like heavily... Yeah. Okay, don't die. It's not heavily story-oriented, you know, it's not something that people feel like they can't tune into because they're gonna miss things or spoil things or whatever. It's just a really... Halfway pig, yeah. It's just a really good, overall, super fun game. I decided not to stream Horizon Forbidden West because, first of all, it's an enormous game, and it would take me months and months and months to make it through if I streamed it. So I've done a stream of it where I just did like, oh, that was really close. Where I just did side quests, you know, so it wasn't really spoiling a lot. Maybe new machines, yes, but it wasn't spoiling the storyline. Oh, dang it. I almost did that today, but then I decided I was so close to the end of Donkey Kong Country Returns, I might as well play this one. I actually thought I was going to beat it this time, like this stream, but the timing just didn't quite work out that way. Ah! Oh. Really close. Grab on to the vine. Okay. Yeah. Got ourselves a, what was it? An N? I remember. I think it was the O that gave me trouble. So, yeah. Unless there's a G here? No, I don't think so. I think the G is somewhere else. Oh, no. Oh. Can't keep straight what I'm doing. Ah! Oh, forgot about that. How did I forget about that? There's so many things that, like, fall in this game. Yeah. So many platforms that move up and down. I can't keep straight where everything is happening and everything's going. Oh, I didn't get this last time. Flying nanas. Did you get a puzzle piece for this? Honestly, I don't even remember what the puzzle pieces do in the first game. I feel like they're more important than they are in this game. And maybe this one they were just like, you know what? We're going to take pity on our players. I actually got a PS5. I have some friends now that are looking for one. No, I never got a PS5. I played it on PS4. I wish I had a PS5. My brother has a PS5. I'm playing Horizon Forbidden West on the PS4. And I got kind of... I posted about it on my Facebook page. I posted about it on my Instagram. But everything I post on there automatically goes to my Facebook page. I rarely ever post on social media, and I got kind of like shamed for getting the PS4 version. I was really, really annoyed. And most of the time, we were talking about this earlier, like you're in charge of your own emotions. Like you are not responsible for other people's, the way they think. Oh yeah, see, we needed Dixie. Did it. Now if we can survive and make it to the end, that would be stupendous. Oh. Ah! Sorry, Dixie. You were a necessary sacrifice! No! Why? I actually heard it was a technical marvel how well it plays on PS4. I think it's great. Boo! That is the second time that's happened to me in this game, where I was so close and I died at literally the last second. Last millisecond. Where is Dixie? I need Dixie. Oh, beans. Dang it. Gee, dang it. Gee. Oh, you are back. Ugh. I don't think I have a clip command, actually. Oh. Dang it. I have noticed with the PS4, there are a few moments where you can tell this PS4 struggles. Oh, you can't get Dixie. Oh, yes. You can tell it struggles just a little bit, but it is so, like, I've stopped noticing it. It's so small. And honestly, it plays really well. I have no complaints. I have no complaints. It's fantastic. I'm enjoying myself immensely. It is so much fun. I'm having a ball. And I think that's part of the reason I was so annoyed with this kid for like being like, but wait, you got the PS4 version. I was like, yeah, because I don't own a PS5. Ah! Oh, no! 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 You have got to be kidding me! What the cuss, man? Man. Okay. Note to self. That thing does not just hang out. I mean, it's a wheel. Why would it? Cheese and crackers. When I get annoyed, I start getting reckless. I need to calm down. I need to simmer down. Think Horizon Forbidden West. Think good, happy thoughts. It's great. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Very happy with it. And when this kid was like, "But you got the PS4 version," I was like, yeah, I don't own a PS5. Why would you buy a PS5 game if you don't have a PS5? And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna." I was like, I think I said something like, "Oh, I posted a picture of this comic that says, shh, let people enjoy things." And he was like, "Oh, I will, and I'll enjoy it too on my PS5." And I was just like, don't shame me on my birthday for not being able to afford a console that literally no one can find. Yeah, that was a real roller coaster of emotions. You got me feeling emotions deeper than I've ever dreamed of. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try this one. But I really do. I need to sign off soon because it's 3:09. Whoa, whoa. I'm trying to haul. I'm trying to hurry. These owls are my favorite. These big boys. Oh, there is a K. Okay, okay. Oh, I kind of remember this one too. I feel like Where does everybody get their cool shorts? That's what I want to know. Ooh, okay. We can do this. Because we don't need to worry about anything else. Oh. It's giving me Diddy, but I have Dixie, so I'm gonna go with that. Because she, like, gives me a little lift at the end. That's kind of nice. We're looking for an N. Looking for an N, folks. Oh, I remember this. Wait a minute. I feel like I just missed something. In the foreground. Oh, crap. Maybe not. I guess not. Okay. There you are. Hello, N. Oh, there's a thing. Hold on. I don't think I got that last time. Yes. Sweet. Okay, we're almost there. Oh. Oh. Ah. Okay. All right. Yes. This is good situation. There's going to be an ad starting soon. I don't know what that means. It just means sometime. Here's hoping I don't die during the ad. Anything is possible. I don't remember how long this level is. We did it! Boom. All the letters to Dixie, yes. You raise me up. PS5 is lame. PCMR for life. Yeah, I would love a PS5, but once I found, actually, I was really bummed out about Horizon Forbidden West. And then when I found out, hold on, I thought if you got all of the, oh no, I missed one. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought if you got all the letters in all the levels.
Sorry, I don't know what you do these days. Do I get
Yes. Give her a Woombi, read her stories, put her in a Woombi, read her stories, and put her down. Okay. Andrew's like, I am not home with this baby very often. I don't know what you're doing these days. That is true. I could have given him a little more instruction. I was really sad when I found out about the Horizon Forbidden West. Oh. Because, oh, there's that. No, it's done. Okay. I was sad when I found out about Horizon Forbidden West being on PS5 because I thought I wasn't going to be able to play it. And then it wasn't until way later I figured out it was for PS4 and I thought, holy crap, I'm actually going to be able to play this. I was so excited. So I was really annoyed that I got shamed for not having a PS5. I was like, nobody can find a PS5 these days. So. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I let him irk me. Oh, woo! I was just like, come on, man. Don't shame somebody on their birthday for not being able to afford a billion-dollar console. Oh, there's the K. Okay, that's good. You never finished Horizon Zero Dawn? Oh, man. It is great. I highly recommend it. The ending was phenomenal. It was awesome. It was good. Oh, I remember this one. This level gave me a lot of grief. Ah. I also never realized that it takes place in Colorado. Someone had to tell me. I don't remember... I do remember coming across some places that had... I actually remember coming across some places that had Utah. Like Utah... actually, I think the Frozen Wilds might happen in Utah. Or at least part of Utah. Because I remember coming across like some data points that you scan and you're either finding like old emails or, you know, something like that. And I feel like they were in Utah. Like Zion's National Park and stuff. But I could be remembering that wrong. I know I've come across Zion's in the sequel. Because I think I came to an old like ski resort or something. Something like that. I don't remember. It's fabulous though. It's great. Loved it. Ending was great. It was very gratifying. It was awesome. Great, great, great game. And it was unlike anything I'd ever played. Like, I was so impressed. Oh, okay. It goes through some real-life landmark destinations that I've never been to. Yeah, same here. Other than, I mean, I've been to Zion's. Oh! I've been to, this is where I had a hard time last time. Okay. I've been to Zion's Canyon before, but that's because I lived in Utah. If I didn't live in Utah, I never would have gone to Zion's Canyon. How am I not grabbing onto that? I am literally pushing the button. Inner peace. Okay. There we go. Is that really so hard, DK? Woo! That was really close. It plays really well on the PS4. I was nervous because of what that guy said. But it actually plays really, really well. I have no complaints. Okay, okay, okay. I don't remember where the G is. But it... Oh, is that it? Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't remember how to get that. You need Dixie to get that. That's why I struggled. How do you get that? It seems silly for them... Well, shoot. I was going to say, it seems silly for them to give you something that you literally... I was just seeing if I could go back and get Dixie. Seems silly for them to put those letters as something you can only get if you have Diddy or Dixie. No, it would have to be Dixie because she's the one that does the little lift. Maybe there's another way? Okay, I'm gonna go check it out one more time, but either way, it's time for me to sign off anyway. So I'll get some more, I will get some more letters off stream, and then the next stream we'll do some shrines, because those are totally diabolical. They are intense. Very, very intense. Why does the G have to be so hard? I don't understand. Is there some way I can put that guy out? Does this crumble if I land on it? It does! Okay, that's how you get it. I've got to be prepared. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I think I can do this. I do that every time, and I don't even really know why. I don't want nanas. I want letters. Is anybody else watching Turning Red by Pixar tonight on Disney Plus? We're having a date night with C Prime. Okay, so I jump, and then I jump. How? Wait a minute, wait a minute. You can't jump because it falls. Well, beans. Get out of town, giant angry bunny. I cannot figure out how to get that. gotta, like, legitimately think. I don't get it. Or does it put him out? Can I? Where's C Prime? She's in her room doing her screen time. No! I pushed the crap button! I am so close. Gee, dangity, dang it. What? I need to quit. I need to stop. Because now I'm just getting mad. Why do they make this so hard? Yeah. No. Yes. I was gonna say those bananas don't do anything for me, but that is not true. They do. They give me coins, I think. Extra guys? If you get 100 bananas, do you get an extra guy? Maybe that's why I have so many extra guys. Okay. Oh. Oh, you can't get up high enough. I give up. It's time for me to sign off anyway. I've been streaming for almost 3.5 hours, and it's time for me to sign off anyway. So I'm just getting mad and frustrated, and then I get reckless and crazy, and I can't actually do it. So, do I have water? Yes. I forget water exists. Hold on. I just need to simmer down now. Ugh. Yes. I'm going to do some off-stream grinding to find those letters so I can unlock those shrines. And then the next time I stream, which will be Sunday night, we will do super hard shrines and we will also beat the game. Yay! I say we will. I mean, I will try. Because as you can see, I kind of suck at a lot of these levels. So we'll just have to see what happens. Yep. Yes. I'm giving up. I have come so close so many times. I can't figure out how to get that G without Dixie. Legit. I cannot figure out how to get that G without her. And I find it odd that they would have a letter. Like, it's one thing to have like a bone, like one of those extra exits or whatever to only be able to get it with one of your buddies. But for the letters, you should be able to get all, whatever. But at this point, because, and I wouldn't give up if I hadn't already been streaming for 3.5 hours. So I'm going to sign off and thank all of you for, I tried to ban giving up, but Bezos won't let me. Yeah, well, ain't that just the way? Okay. I have written down Just Dance. I will do that. Just Dance. I will go through. I put a stream marker around there somewhere. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out here with me and for tuning in like always. Thank you so much for the subscriptions and for just being engaging and just being here and supporting. It's awesome. I love you guys so much.
Get on out of here.
Get on out of here. But I love you all, and everybody stay warm wherever you are. I hope Kalulu blesses you with good weather, because Kalulu has definitely forgotten us here. Man alive. It is so cold here, and I am salty about it. It is spring break, and it is 23 degrees outside, 35. Anyway, so everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. You're coming up. Wow. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the coming weekend, and I will see all of you on Sunday night at 7:30. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Bye, everybody.